All right, guys. Welcome back, and welcome back to us, I suppose.
As well.
But, how was it, guys? Without us?
Yeah.
Did well. You did really well.
Yeah, Corey stepped up.
No, you all did. Team effort.
Yep.
No I in team, but there'll be I in the wife. Anyway.
The second week was better than the first week.
Oh, yeah, no. You
No, I wasn't here.
Oh. I wouldn't go that far. But, you all did a team effort. I thought it was pretty good. But, yeah, Gaz, while we got you there, mate, we bought you a present.
You did?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I missed you and thought, I'm going to buy Gaz a present.
Wait for it.
Here they are, mate. Parramatta Band-Aids for all them nasty cuts and losses that you're going to have this year.
I think you need a bigger box.
That's what she said. But anyway, welcome back, everyone. It's good to see my humour hasn't.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Do yourself a favour. Get on board the Ovations FC. You'll back me up on that one.
Yep, great service.
And the beautiful wife, as we'll get into in a minute, she'll back me up too. We're missing it already. But yeah, we'll get into that a bit more. But anyway, Gaz, welcome back.
Thanks, mate.
Mark, joining us again tonight, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. Hang on. What was his name?
Chunks.
Chunks. Welcome back, Chunks.
Hello.
Chunks.
I forgot about that. And Courtney.
Hello.
Welcome back again, and joining us in the Smitas Foundation Lounge. As you may know, someone's missing from the crew here, but they have a beautiful, crazy lady. How are you?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, she's
Actually, that's a lie.
she's a little bit under the weather tonight, so
I'll keep my germs over here.
kept her distance. But in saying that too, it's pretty fitting that you're in there for the first time because you're one of the driving forces behind the foundation too. So, it's good to see you get a run in there, I suppose.
And I'm a loser.
Oh, well. Is there... Oh, hang on.
Shut up. We won.
Yeah, so hang on. One person... Oh, did you think?
No, we played them.
That's right, you do. It's been a long week. But yeah, we had a great time on the cruise. We can't wait to go back, Like, seriously.
It's not the ovation anymore. They've changed it to the anthem of the seas.
Oh, it's a sister ship. Yeah, but... Yeah.
Very identical.
The crew and all the it was pretty sad when we're leaving. Because we, as you know too, like yourself, we become really good friends with them all, and we actually gave a couple of pairs of Smitter glasses to some of them, and they loved them. They were so overwhelmed that people, and yeah, I think we made friends for life on that ship. So,
I told one lady that I'd marry her if I wasn't already married. Fernanda, her name was.
yeah,
Little pocket rocket.
and
She
then
was so bubbly.
the piano man. I thought I was on the short list to not come home, but she wanted the piano man, and
Yeah, but he didn't swing my way.
no, but
Neither did Fernanda, but
I suppose there's been a few weeks without like a some sort of joke like that, so fair enough. I'm copping it.
Oh, I bet. But no, they were second to none. I can't fault them. But yeah, well back, and let's get into the footy. But yeah, there is a photo circulating that I was rather ill at one stage. But yeah, and we might even put up there a bit later. Crazy lady doing a little dance too. It was pretty good.
no, this is not about me. I got more on you than you do me.
Yeah, no, okay. We're moving on.
Anyway, guys, it's good to have you back.
Stop lying.
He's done a great job all the way.
No, I'm serious.
But
The gang's back.
before we kick the show off, just quickly, I've got a big announcement to the mates straight away. We'll be doing a live show. Date to be confirmed at our good mates at the sign shop from their actual headquarters.
Premises.
There'll be passable, there'll be giveaways, signed Jets jerseys. There's going to be a big giveaway for one lucky club that turns up as well. There's going to be a lot, but yeah, it's a massive anniversary for the sign shop. The sign shop's the #1 award-winning wrap of vehicles in Hunter Valley. So well deserved, and yeah, it's going to be a massive show. So we're going and doing a live show there, and dates to be confirmed. But yeah, it's happening. It's going to be really good. So we're really looking forward to. And a big shout out to Chris and his wife for rewrapping the ute and getting Gary's face off the back. So.
You've gained a few kilowatts now.
Yeah, well, these blokes stopped chasing me now. Anyway, moving on, guys, and we've got a few more announcements later, but let's get into the NRL news. Kylie.
Latrell Mitchell spent time training in the halves this week and looks to play 5/8 this round as Lewis Dodd was absent. Jack Whiten also spent time training in the halves.
Oh, let's be honest, he can pass well, can't he? Yeah, not going there yet.
Brendan Pikura, is that right?
Close enough.
That'll do.
Bikura.
Has pled guilty to his grade 2 careless high tackle and has received a 2-game suspension. The NRL are weighing up a punishment for Des Hasler due to his post-match comments where he said the crackdown was uncalled for and it spoils part of the game.
What's wrong with that?
Was he wrong?
But what's wrong with that? Well, ain't you allowed to speak? You know, he didn't bag the refs or anything.
He wasn't offensive. He wasn't.
No. Seriously, that is a load of shit.
Yep.
And half the stuff that happened last week is a load of shit, but I'll get into it later. And how you can fine a bloke for that, but the Roosters that went and abused the referee or an official get away with it?
Jamie Humphries is expected to miss 4 to 5 weeks with a moderate grade hamstring strain. Michaeli Ravalawa is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks, also with a moderate grade hamstring strain. Cody Walker is expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks with a low grade hamstring strain.
Not a hamstring strain, is it?
A lot of him.
Last year it was syndesmosis,
And hip drops.
and now it's hamstring. So notices every year there's a lot of the one injury.
Same thing. Yeah.
I think
Used to run in threes too.
I backed the Rabbitohs too, but I didn't know all that news.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Mark?
Oh, there's been a lot of rain, so the tracks are a little bit muddy.
True.
And then, you know, it doesn't even out properly.
Good point.
Are they warming up properly?
According to the Knights, we're not.
Ask Jacob.
Didn't Jacob Defeat just run out and do his hamstring?
No, that's scarf.
Same, yeah, well. Oh, I could crack a funny there, but I'm not. Anyway, moving on.
Jack Cogger played the entire second half with a dislocated finger, which was unable to be put back into place post-game. He has now had surgery on his finger.
Nasty.
Ouch.
I suppose, though, if they didn't have 3 or 4 blokes, well, they went down to 14, didn't they, on the bench? And,
They were down to one man.
One man.
When that happens, I feel the 18th man should be allowed to be activated.
Yeah.
And who would that be?
Brody.
Well, we ask yourself this: why is he 18th man in the first place?
Correct.
Oh, well, he's on the team list for next week, so happy days.
They had no one else.
They ran out of players.
I don't know why they don't use him. If he's good enough to sit there, then why can't they put him on the field?
But why was he? You know, there was like that bloke that made his debut the other day. So why was he put in front of Brody in the first place?
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie McKeown, was it?
Yeah, like he played well and he probably deserves his spot. But
Yeah.
what's Brody done wrong?
How long's Brody been sitting on the bench for without being offered a spot?
Right, and I tell you, without it frustrates them when they've got to sit there for that long and they're regular players. It frustrates the hell out of them.
I actually know somebody who used to be in Brody's shoes, and they just kept promising him stuff and give him a shot, so he left, and now he's playing. Not too sure, but he's playing div up for the Cessnock Goannas. So, and he was a brilliant player, and he.
Back.
I'm not too sure. I'll have to find out, but yeah.
First name start with B.
Nah, L.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I know Larry.
but they just did him dirty and just didn't put him out there. It was really
That's what's
disappointing.
going to happen to Brody.
Yeah.
The problem is, they know it too. Brody bleeds red and blue.
Yeah.
So he had offers to go to other clubs last year, turned him down to stay with the Knights for less money.
Yep.
Bloke loves the club. Club doesn't love him back. Well,
Not enough to put him on the field.
Yeah.
Love
Anyway.
Dylan Brown enough to pay $1.5 million.
Oh, we won't go there. Moving on.
Guess who's smiling now?
Oh, you can keep him. Because we
No.
don't want him.
You got him.
Sorry, kid.
Lindsay Collins is set to miss the next 6 weeks with an MCL injury.
Anyone else think he's off one of the space characters off Space Jam?
We
No,
listen
he's-
and we don't judge.
He's
I
looking,
listen and I do judge.
You know,
I think he's looking like supposed to be John Cena, isn't it? The WE wrestler.
On off Wish.
No, yeah.
It's like you looking like Joey. What's his name?
Triviani.
Here we are. But I am like Matt LeBlanc.
Off Wish.
Hang on.
How you doing?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he looks like
Played
Joey.
Danny Zuko on the ship.
Did you?
He's awake now.
And now, have a look at next time Lindsay Collins plays. Remember Space Jam, the movie? Remember the things that grew from, is it more on Mountain or whatever it was called?
You're
Have
telling
a look at it, man. I'll tell you, you'll piss yourself once you see him. Moving on.
Adam Reynolds admits he could be forced out of the Broncos from 2026. I will keep all options open at the moment. Ideally, I would love to stay at the Broncos, but it is pretty tight there at the moment, he said.
Knights will be after another halfback by then.
One on his way out into retirement.
Oh,
We do need 5. So.
Well, another one that's injury prone.
Genuine question. How long has Adam Reynolds played for the Broncos?
2 years?
Yeah, second, third year, I think.
Yeah.
Who did he play with for before?
South.
South.
Yeah, right.
And they got rid of him for whatever reason.
But look at him.
Stupid.
He's performing really well. This year, like end of last year, he was a bit average. Like I think potentially a bit worried about
Injuries.
Injuries, yeah, 100%. Like that's a big thing to play on your mind. But this year, holy hell,
I like watching him play. I don't
Chippo-
like Broncos,
Chip and
but
Chase.
he's awesome.
Yeah,
him and Payne Haas.
the chip and chase on the weekend was a special try for him.
Yeah.
But it, like,
He's a brilliant player. For an old fella.
Parramatta. Losing Dylan Brown. Mitch Moses to 5'8". Reynolds to halfback.
I'll have a talk to Riles.
Or Manly.
DCE.
Well, they're getting rid of one old fella, maybe they'll get another one back in. And they know he looks good in maroon, so
I mean, there's possibilities. Like, even realistically, I still think the Panthers need a 5'8". Because there's too much pressure on Cleary, and it's showing. Like he needs a hand. And I just don't think Cole's up to it. So,
I'm pretty sure Blaze Taluggi's back this week, so he.
well, I think he would probably make it a lot easier on Cleary.
Yep.
But, you know, they're all going, oh, but Cleary's number one. Yeah, he is. Really, probably the number one player in the game. There's only so much one player can do.
Can you imagine if that Isaiah Katoa did stay at
Oh,
Would that,
damn.
how good would that would have been?
Damn, Skippy.
It'd be nice if we kept Iongi.
Well, it just would have been nice to keep Crichton.
Yeah, well, that too.
Anyway, moving on.
Nice to keep fish as well. While you're at it, throw them all in there.
Oh, we went looking for fish.
Huh?
Yeah, couldn't find him.
Oh, right.
Who's on the
You weren't
line?
looking.
Oh, well, okay, I went looking. I was even going to call Barney. See if I could find Barney, but wrong side of the island.
Plus, they were playing in Sydney.
Yeah. They put it down
That
on
help.
it.
Inaugural Knights Premiership winning coach Malcolm Riley has been diagnosed with spine cancer.
Yeah,
It's very sad.
very
A few
sad.
days ahead for him.
Yeah.
What a great
Oh,
coach. And not again, wasn't a bad player in his right.
Oh, one of the tough as nails.
He played with my great uncle, Alan Thompson.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I don't want to sound horrible here or whatever, but when it's in his spine, he's pretty
Not good.
screwed.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, so like one of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet too. Like, I still remember this. Like he said to Chief Harrigan the night before the grand final, "Chief, you don't get sent off in grand finals." And he went out there and Chief took
Carroll's head off.
Yeah. Do you remember that? And yeah, when he first come to Newcastle, put the wind up the whole night's crew. Sent him out to the Broadmeadow racetrack. Said, "Get running."
Yep.
And they started running around the racetrack. Tough as nails. And I think it was one of the players was giving Malcolm shit when he first got there, so he took him on in the ring.
Was it Paul Marquette or was it Wayne Richards? One of them two.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah. I think it might have been one.
Yeah, gave it to him too.
Yeah. They got
Stephen Crow.
Yes, that's right.
Crowy, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember watching that boxing match. Yeah.
Yeah, and Malcolm give it to him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So-
all the best to Malcolm and his family. Hope hope it all comes good for him. It's very sad.
Peter Vlandis has slammed Rugby Australia for the price of their tickets to Wallabies games. That's ridiculous. We're always looking at price point for fans and making the game affordable to everyone, he said.
Is he smoking crack or what? Like, seriously? Where has NRL made it cheaper for people to go to a game?
Literally where? Me to take my family of 6,
That's not cheap.
plus to feed them and buy one schooner.
Like, our seats, we've got good seats through the whole thing, but it's not cheap.
No.
And then you got to go on, like, you can't get parking, or you got to pay for parking if you're lucky, and food. You know, your cardboard burgers and your rock chips. It's not cheap. Like,
You haven't learnt to eat before you go.
have you seen the size of me?
You stuff it down your
Suppose when you go to Roosters games, they have brown paper bags under their seat.
But come on, like this bloke, it's time to go. Yeah, he's done a pretty good job, but it's time to go.
You should have stuck
Someone
to
else
those
needs to run the game.
Smitter?
Okay. I'll give his all a job.
Big Tino with that long last name has received a 1-game suspension for his grade 2 careless high tackles. I'm not even going to try and say it.
Who? Have a crack.
That's Corey.
Fasui Malolali.
Oh, I love it, but
No.
no. Big Tino with his big last name.
That's good, eh? I like it.
You know who I'm talking about, though. So
Oh.
there's that.
Yeah, that's gold. Sorry, interrupted you.
Ray Stone has been charged with a grade 2 careless high tackle and will miss this week's game against the Panthers. What a shame. We need all the help we can get.
I didn't think there was that much in it.
We get Dylan Edwards back this week, so happy days.
Well, yeah, he's been named, but I
I guess
guess
it's a big chunk missing from the Panthers, in all honesty, in my opinion.
Who's that?
Dylan Edwards.
Oh,
Massive.
they missed Edwards and Tuttle something severe last week. Edwards and Tuttle's there, they win the game. Easy.
Just want to say, who do you think's more of a bigger blow to be off, Cleary or Edwards? Bit controversial.
Cleary.
He could have brought that up in the questions.
Cleary because of his goal kicking as well, and he's just,
And there's no Luai.
well, yeah. But I mean, Edwards, to me, I've got to take my Knights glasses off, and people go, oh yeah, but if I'm picking a team out of everyone, Edwards is my fullback.
I'm still confident they'll finish in the top 4.
Well, I hope so. It'd be better for me at home.
I reckon
What do you mean? I've been pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sick.
Because she's sick. Anyway.
I reckon Edwards being out's a big loss for the Panthers.
Yeah,
More so than
huge one.
Cleary, I think that's a bit of a controversial thing to say, but that's just how I see.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Like, what he does at the back, his run meters, everything,
It's crazy.
is
He plays for his team hard too.
another one that bleeds Panthers blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's not many loyal people around like that anymore. He's another one of Brady's class, I feel. Anyway, moving on.
In the rollercoaster of rugby league, the NRL are reportedly set to walk away from plans to expand the competition into Western Australia. It is understood they have told the Western Australian government they want to park discussions and potentially revisit them in the future. The Western Australian Premier Roger Cook said, "This week we made an offer to support a potential NRL licence in Western Australia. It was based upon support for grassroots development of the game while protecting the interests of the Western Australian taxpayers. Unfortunately, like some people from the East, the NRL only appears to see Western Australia as a potential cash cow. I love rugby league, but as I said during the election, I will always do what's right for Western Australia."
100% agree.
Yeah, well, they're looking to buy into the Super League as well now.
Well, the thing is, too, how can you call it National Rugby League when it's not?
Yeah.
We're missing it, and it's okay to take the origin there for the money. Why not put a team there?
Either just do it or don't. They've been talking about this for years. Like, why are they mucking around? Just,
But why can they put a team at Papua New Guinea
yeah.
without one there
And New
first?
Zealand.
Yep.
Like, what's the difference? We got one in a whole other country, and they're looking to put another one in,
Just move
but not in other states of Australia.
the Parramatta Eels over there or something.
As far away as we can.
Well, I mean, they're playing at Darwin this week, so they might as well.
But yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, if we go on why are we playing in Darwin, Northern Territory? There's no Northern Territory teams. I know what they're doing. They're
Taking it the
game
bullshit.
around.
I know
Why do they not have teams themselves?
why they go to Northern Territory is so they can lose another game.
Yeah.
At least you're honest.
They've never won up there, have they?
But the amount of money they're throwing into the PNG side, how are they going to make that back?
Yeah.
If they're not throwing money into Western Australia, you think that would be a bigger cash?
Outlaw.
I just don't.
Big over there?
Well, apparently it is. Yeah. Apparently they've got. Well, our editor Adam reckons it's huge, and they're screaming out for a
Western
team.
Australia, yeah.
They're screaming out for a team.
Yeah.
Oh, PNG.
Be hot there.
You wouldn't think it'd be that good.
It's a national sport, but then when we had a match over there was
7,000?
very few people walked up.
Yeah.
It's a very scary place, I'll be honest. I've had friends that have gone over there, and as soon as it starts to get dark, you don't go outside. Certain areas, like, it's pretty, that's probably got something to do with it.
What's that? So salt?
Well, put it this way, I wouldn't want.
Survived.
Put it this way, no disrespect to LCL, but if I saw her in the the street like that and come out of the dark,
You turn the lights off.
you'd scare the shit out of you.
But it's pretty brutal. A lot of, there is a lot of tribal sort of stuff going on over there, like,
It'd have to be safe for them to put a team there. But
there.
some, I get what you're saying, 100%.
it's potentially, but yeah, it's definitely not somewhere I'd be going to watch.
But it's got to be WA. It's got to be WA.
Yep.
Like I've been saying it for.
Or put another team in New Zealand.
No, because it's not National Rugby League until that final state has a team.
What about Adelaide? They haven't got what they did have.
Well, Adelaide, WA, same thing, different spoon. But there's got to be a team over there.
Like, is Tassie going to get one as well? That's what I mean. Like, we've got to, if we're going to do it somewhere, we've got to do it everywhere. We've got to do it in all the states. Every state should at least have one.
So would that be a family club? Sorry, I couldn't know.
Shout out to Tassie.
So
They're just kissing cousins and ones.
True.
would they have a map on their jersey? Don't worry, I'll tell you later.
What?
Map of Tassie.
Harry got it.
Are you all slow or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I just didn't say
I'll
anything.
tell you in the break.
Too polite to comment.
Stop it.
I'm too innocent.
It's not a really big day.
And you've had 4 kids.
Oh, it's
Moving on.
Right.
Moving on.
Okay, then, on that note, the NRL are reportedly requesting what topics 100% Footy and NRL 360 plan to discuss ahead of shows going to air. It is understood that NRL don't want them discussing refereeing or bunker issues.
Seriously.
why bother?
Seriously. What's it got to do with them? Not. Oh, mate. Seriously, that is really driving my gut.
That's what brings the viewers into watching these shows.
That's right.
People that see things, like last week we had that caller that said about that high tackle from the Sharks game, I'm pretty sure. We didn't see that. I went back and watched it, and the caller was absolutely right. These are the things that people want to see, and did everyone else see that?
But I don't think they've got a right in telling people what shows they can and talk to me. The referees are too protected. I'm sorry. I know they're referees, but if you want protection, get the shit right. Because some of the calls on the weekend was absolute disgraceful.
Yeah, 100%.
As usual.
Yep.
Log from Ashley Klein.
You wouldn't try and censor if you're doing the right thing.
That's right. But why can't... Okay, anyway. Okay, just say you're Gus Gould, for example, and you're on 100% Footy. That's your opinion.
Yep.
Doesn't mean you're right, but you're entitled to your opinion. And he's getting paid to speak his opinion. If he's not allowed to say his opinion, what's the show for?
Nothing.
Exactly.
See you later. Shut the door. Yep.
Anyway,
We'll just have to discuss it. They can't sue us. Got no money.
I like to see him try. What are they going to take? Me fridge?
Like Gary.
Not hand him back.
I'm here for the long haul. Unlucky.
Yeah, here for the long haul to get it right. You're not going anywhere.
The Knights are reportedly open to bringing Dylan Brown across this season. However, they would need to move Jackson Hastings on. It is understood on $800,000 a year, he's more than happy to see out his contract.
Hey, can't blame him. And the next problem is Parramatta said, we don't want him. that was the next thing. Parramatta said, we don't want him. What else you got? Don't
We're in the habit of giving Saifides, so.
they? We want to give him one bung leg away.
One bung leg.
So it's one of they don't go, hey, Leo, do you want to go to Parramatta for the rest of the year, closer to your next club? Wouldn't surprise me.
I think Hastings' biggest problem is his attitude.
He's history. His history of, like you're saying, that's what's killed him.
That's what's wrecked his career, and I think he's licked off a bit too much.
I think, I'm not bagging Jackson by any means here, but I think his only saving grace will be Super League. I don't think any other NRL club's going to pick him up.
And that's where Super League, you actually made his name.
And he played great.
That's right.
And I hadn't watched it, but I'm pretty sure what I heard, Will Price played pretty well last week in Super League.
He hasn't had a bad game for years.
Where was he at? Where's he going? Is it Hull or is it
Hull.
Huddersfield? No,
Is
he
it
wasn't Hull, yeah.
Not Hull FC.
Hull FC, not Kingston Rovers.
Who's Jesse play for?
Kingston Rovers.
It's the other one.
So that's with Hero Hargraves.
No, we're here at Hargraves with Jesse.
Jesse, yeah, the Kingston Rovers,
It's the other one.
Oh, yeah.
The black and white?
Black and white, yeah. Is that Tex Hoy? Is he there still there?
Yeah, Ted Boy was there.
Yeah.
So
We're talking about Cleary going to Super League or
sure. Don't think because he can be closer to Mary and whatever, but I think you nearly got a pen.
his mood apparently changes when he goes and watches her play, so
Apparently.
Yeah, but in his defence, it's like everything. If you go to work on an empty, you're going to work better, aren't you? Exactly.
Oh.
he said he's achieved
babe.
everything he can in the NRL. Time to go to Super League and grow the blood.
Well, he was spotted at probably the Knights last night, wasn't he? You know?
He would have been.
Yeah.
Friendly.
I didn't click to me that Mary was playing there
And she scored.
What?
twice.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Once on the game and then after.
Once
with
after.
Nathan.
Talking about
Yeah.
Cats game.
No,
Did you say Nathan was up here?
He
would have been. Matildas were playing here last.
Played at home.
No, I'm not in love with Cleary.
No, his heartthrob was playing.
Yeah.
He's been a smarty bum.
Oh. So yeah, hence why she probably scored a goal, because she probably had nookie before.
I didn't even know that either.
Was it the match-winning goal?
I don't know if it was a match winner, but no, she scored one of them.
3-0, I think.
3-0. Oh, so there you go. So she's probably
She put one in the back of the net.
so D.
Gotcha.
It's common.
It's life.
It's live. You got a partner. You have your
We're all smashing.
30 seconds of love or whatever.
Was that all you take?
You go that long.
Have you seen what I go home to? It doesn't take me long.
Gary doesn't even get out of his pants.
I don't get any.
That people say,
That stopped me.
yeah, I'm happy to admit, people say I'm batting above my league. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my wife. So anyway, moving on.
Yeah, we'll do that.
She's over there with the shovel.
Katoni Staggs is reportedly set to re-sign with the Broncos on a 4-year extension worth approximately $750,000 per season.
Katoni. Yeah, fair enough.
We'll give him 800 come to us.
Speaking of toes, we had a massage on Friday night.
Oh,
Little Thai ladies at East Maitland there. He asked on the phone, there was a language barrier, but he asked for his feet to be done. He didn't get his feet done. Should have seen the one who did him. She has.
What did she
Can
do?
you-
Kyle?
can-
Did you consent to this? Or?
no, can you redo your words?
Can you be a bit more Pacific?
She had
At
these.
the break.
She was cute, but she was chunky. She had these little tiny denim shorts on and a midriff top, and her belly was hanging out.
What was his name?
No, you're right. You are dead right. She said, how do you like it, hard or soft? And I usually like the hard massage.
I'm glad you specified.
She had an Adam's apple. My name is Terry.
Well, I had sore back for a couple of days after, but tell you what, the arm pain I had, it's gone.
Oh, good. Well, at least that's one good thing.
Yeah, I still had it on the boat slightly, but we went and got that done, and it relieved me instantly.
They were pretty cheap too. $300 for the
you
both of us
instantly.
for 90 minutes.
How much?
The pain.
$150 each for 90
The
minutes.
good thing I liked about that place is because they're separate rooms now, they're not couples. I like to make sure, it's just a personal thing. I like for Colleen to make sure that there's nothing going on with her. She knows it's not. No, but it's a thing in my mind. I like they left the door open. And it was great because obviously I'm not a nerd. I got my little tidy whities on or whatever. But
Did you have your Bridget Jones undies on, didn't you?
yeah, did you see me?
Yeah.
But
And junk hanging everywhere.
but
The live stream was on Facebook, didn't it, sir?
oh, it's all good. But they left the door open, so then and I thought to myself, that's gold.
Which
You know-
one was this one? The one upstairs or downstairs?
Wait,
Oh, you don't go to the one upstairs.
Place.
Oh, did you get happy ending?
one upstairs too.
The one near Kmart.
Oh no, this one's on the highway. This sounds really wrong.
Moving on.
Where do you find?
No, in our defence, we bring every bloody massage parlour in all of Maitland, and they never had 2 people available, so we ended up there. But,
Most of them don't just.
This is a new
No,
segment.
they do couples massage on the boat.
They do pint
yeah,
massages.
but for about
$800.
$800.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
moving
Dota's
on.
a good one if you ever go again. They're
Oh, yeah.
in Dota. They're in Green Hills.
Do they do feet?
They would do the
Do you
whole
have a
thing.
fetish or something with feet?
No, but all right, back me up here. You're on your feet a lot, aren't you?
Sometimes.
And you're a big man, obviously. You get a bad back.
I hope he's not on his back.
Your feet, it all starts in your feet, doesn't it? Hey,
I'm on my feet all the time too, on hard floors.
thank you.
When I was pregnant with my youngest, a foot massage. Oh my god, nothing better.
Have you seen my feet?
Oh,
but
They won't go there.
feet fine.
They won't go there. Oh, I'm opening my own only feet.
Oh, I've paid $10 to see him. I haven't seen much.
There you go. See, I told you I'm onto something. It's not OnlyFans, it's only feet. People pay to see feet.
Smitta's
There you go.
Smitta's entrepreneuring to feet.
No, just feet. And then I'll even sell socks. Used socks that I've worn to work.
Oh,
I don't like feet.
Just randomly, have you actually looked? I've looked into this.
Apparently it's true, yeah.
People selling photos of their feet, but there's other stuff going on in the background.
Oh, is there?
They do it in front of a mirror with like some
Oh.
deflated party
Yeah,
decorations hanging down
No,
there.
don't
So,
really.
yeah,
what time is it, guys?
Can we get on with the
Anyway, it looks like I'm not getting rich anymore.
Jareem Buller has declared he will never play for Queensland Maroons. He goes for New South Wales Blues. Despite being ineligible, I'm eligible, but I don't want to play for Queensland. My family are Koori and from New South Wales, he said.
Good on him.
Will he,
ground king.
will he
Oh.
get selected anyway, though?
Eventually, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
In the future.
Ponga and Walsh get hurt, and maybe.
No. He wants to be a blue.
Oh, he wants to be a blue, yeah, but
But you got Edwards in front of him. But
yeah.
Edwards gets hurt. Have a bit it doesn't happen.
But he's right, even Queensland, would he get selected?
It's a long down the track, but yeah, why even bring it up now?
Yeah. Terrell May admits he and his family would shed tears if he's selected to make his New South Wales Blues debut. One of the biggest goals and dreams is to put on a Blues jersey, he said.
I like what he's done so far for the Tigers this year.
I'd have him coming off the bench.
Him, Leniu, Barnett, good bench.
And Hudson Young.
Yep.
Yeah, one's going to have to make it way, but who would you start in props be?
Yeah, good one.
Who's the incumbents? Who was last year's?
Yeah, I don't go on incumbent, It's got to be your form for me. I mean, you could bring incumbent in it too, but if your form is absolutely dog shit, you don't get a look.
You got to
at
have
it.
Hamoli Olakawatu in there somewhere too.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, especially what he did last year out of the stands. That'd be a hell of a pack, but wouldn't it?
Big team.
Because you saw. Oh, then again, Daniel's playing some good footy up there. No, that'd be a hard one to be honest. I just wish that we could sort of include the New Zealanders somehow.
Maybe Barnett might start because I think he started game 3, didn't he?
No, I'm not sure. But you have a look at Fish and Moses Leota. Oh, come on, that'd be good.
Scary.
But how do you distinguish the Kiwis to what?
Well, maybe.
If you're from the North or South Island?
Yeah. Maybe with Papua New Guinea coming in, maybe they might have their own sort of.
Elsie gets a run.
Elsie, yeah.
Then we just come back to internationals.
Yeah, true. Anyway, moving on.
Have an
Just pop that balloon in you.
Australian country of origin.
The Raiders and Tigers are both reportedly interested in signing Kai Pearce-Paul from 2026 onwards.
I ain't saying shit, honestly. Why do we bring them over for 1 or 2 years? Why not work with them?
Get them into residency and then they go to a club where they'll grow.
And they're wanted. Because what's wrong with Kai Pearce-Paul? I reckon he's got a lot of potential. You got to remember, he's only a kid. And, you know, he's got the potential. Well, oh, you're not setting the house on fire. Piss off. Find someone else. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm not one. I've never been one to say coaches need to go, as you know, Annie. But I'm starting to. I'm starting to get that where I don't know if O'Brien's the fit for us going forward, to be honest. There's so many people coming and going, and we're spending $1.3 million on someone that can't play halfback.
We've been building for, 15 years now?
And we still haven't got off the...
24 years we've been building.
And we still haven't we've still only just put the foundations in.
And now we've got to build again from a new team next year.
Got to get a new string line.
Oh, I don't know. To me, that's a huge gamble too on one point. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Heaven forbid it doesn't happen to you, but Ponga and him go down in the first couple of weeks.
There's 3.3 mil.
Oh,
Sitting on the sideline.
Just quickly.
What did I used to say, Kylie? Contract 2 years max.
Yeah, true. Before the Knights game on the weekend, what did you say about the player that walked past O'Brien?
yes. Have a look at the TV. And one of my favourites walked past O'Brien. And there was just no
No love lost.
love lost there. They just looked as opposite. Like they're in the dressing room. Cameras on, they walk past each other. If I walk past you, I'm O'Brien, you're one of the players. Pat you on the back, get you revved up or whatever, or acknowledge you.
Yep. Win, lose or draw. Yep.
That was before the game. Nothing there at all. And I said to college, you see that? That was Leo Thompson, obviously. But you can't blame the bloke if you're not feeling wanted.
Yep.
Tell you what, Canterbury will love him.
How are they not wanting him, though, but then they go and sign Tyrone?
I think they're hoping that they could have Leo for peanuts. But
He's worth more than peanuts.
Is Tyrone's first year in, like, this grade?
yeah,
Yeah.
he come from
New
Union.
Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand Super Rugby.
And we went past that stadium the other day.
Waikato. Is it Waikato?
Was it the Chiefs? Was that what they said it was?
Waikato.
Yeah.
And we went past Sky Stadium as well.
Yeah, went past Phil and God, awesome. And what's the new one they're building? The Warriors' new stadium?
Oh, they got an. Oh, is it Go Media? Oh, that's where they are now.
That's where they are now. I said, God, look, this Warriors stadium. Let's go for a walk up there and see fishing. That's training, you know. I had my fishing gear out and trudging along. And
You asked the lady in one of the clothes shops there.
she goes, oh, yeah, they're still building it.
Deflated.
And you went,
I went down like your doll, I tell you.
Doll.
gee whiz, bro.
I was disappointed. Anyway, moving on there.
Samoa are reportedly set to meet with Hemiso Tabuai Fidao and try to convince him to switch his international allegiance from Australia.
Interesting. Just see where he goes.
There's no allegiances anymore for international.
No.
Where they're going to get the best run.
How good would it be, though, like this Samoa, and look how good Tonga played last year.
Well, even Samoan, the Samoan, if they got Crichton and they got Tuttle and they got Luai and Lenu and just to name a few, Greg Marju when he's on, he plays for him as well. Well, there's a fair squad just in itself.
Well, that's why they've been in the Four Nations final and a few times. So, yeah.
I like it.
The Bulldogs have officially re-signed Jamin Salmon until the end of 2027.
That weak-gutted dog.
Yeah, well. Oh, while we're on that, talking about the Bulldogs, how good did Kurt Mann go?
Very well.
And,
Very out of his skin.
yeah, that is just another.
One lost.
Why did we let that one go?
Congratulations, Kurt, on your 200 too.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Nearly got 50 tries too. Had one disallowed. What's it taking?
Well, I put this comment in a media thing today, and it was bloke in a bar. He said to ask him a question. I was asked the question: is there a better 14 in the game than Kurt Mann? Some bloke laughed at it. Oh, are you serious? Well, name me one. Name one that's better.
Or up there.
Yeah, I was about, he'd be in the top three anyway. If they did pick someone that was better than him.
well, like, I'm not saying it because I'm biased, and
No, he's a good player.
but can you think of a better 14?
Who's the 14 for Melbourne?
Wishart.
That's him. He's pretty good. He's up there.
Yeah, he's up there, but is he better? In better form? Better impact to his club? They're on pretty par. I thought it was a good
That's
question.
why the Dogs are going so good. His impact when he comes on after 20 minutes.
Well, even Serraldo said it the same. He said what the blokes bought at the club was second none, hence why they signed him again.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry about it.
Stephen Crichton has revealed he has been suffering from nerve pain in his shoulder since last year. It comes and goes. Sometimes when I get a hit right on that spot, my whole arm just goes dead, he admitted.
You shouldn't be telling anyone that.
I was thinking it. He's a target.
Target.
I just let a little F-bomb out there. Sorry about it. They're going to target him. Oh, I mean, okay. Because the Dogs they got a bye this week. The week after they got South. I'm Wayne Bennett. I hear that. I say to, who's their big boy? Jaden.
I'd get Keon Kalamatanga
Yeah.
to run at him.
All right, run at him. Hit him. Target him in that area. I mean, really, it showed they lose Crichton. They go down a bit.
Yep.
So,
Latu Fainu has suffered a thumb fracture last round and is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks. Ukraine coach Dan Beardshaw is hopeful Jet Cleary will make his test debut for Ukraine in the post-season European Championships. He is also in talks with Phoenix Crosland, son of former NRL hooker Jason Death.
Phoenix Crosland.
Play for Ukraine
Mm.
and Kiwi.
Thank you. There you go. But that just goes back to our whole thing. You can have multiple. I wouldn't think he would want to go to Ukraine after.
Not at the moment.
No, well, but you know what I mean. Like, you wouldn't want to give up your Kiwi test spot, would you?
No.
Not when he's playing like he is.
What, tripping?
He is tripping.
Day tripper.
Now, I added a little note after this one because I didn't think I was going to read the news out. Laurie Daly has given strong indication Nathan Cleary will return for the New South Wales Blues this year. If he is not the best player in the game, he's the second best. If New South Wales ran out with Nathan and he's fit, we're in a very, very strong position, Laurie said. And that's where I wrote, for F's sakes, leave Penrith alone. They are having enough troubles as it is.
But you can't blame him.
I read somewhere or heard somewhere today that it could be Moses and Cleary, so there's Luai might be on the
Luai is 14.
yeah.
Yeah, they said they want to give him a couple of games, Moses, and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my issue. It would be game.
it's very close to return to in. I mean, he's done it before.
Or,
He's played well there.
okay. Or would you go Luai, Cleary, with Moses on the bench?
In case either one got hurt.
And in case, to give him his match fitness.
Yep.
I don't want Cleary there at all because if we lose, Cleary will get the blame. The
Unfortunately.
one-man team and all.
Unfortunately, he's going to be there.
Yep.
Like, realistically, I'm talking as a rugby league, not a Penrith or a Knights fan. He is arguably the number one player in the game at the moment. So, realistically, people want to bang him, say, oh, he's no good without this or whatever. It's only so much one player can do. But even that kick where he was on the weekend where he booted the hell out of it going for the goalpost, that hits that goalpost, it bounces off into Moses Leota's hand, he scores. It rolled that one little different, but then Tago scored. But just just what he does with ball, it's real Andrew Johns like. And love him or hate him, he's the
Number one.
number one. Good spot for Laurie Daly to be in, but
Yeah.
And lastly, it's always a good matchup when you get to come up against one of the best halfbacks, if not the best halfback in our game, and I see it as a challenge. I looked up to him as a kid and still look up to him now as a player, as a bit of a mentor, but there is nothing better than trying to get a result against him. Isaiah Katoa on Nathan Cleary.
good on him.
The last time they played against each other too, Katawa almost stood out. And Cleary was one of that field goal right on Golden Point, was it, or was it?
Yeah, that
Close
was a good
to it.
game. Yeah,
Seconds.
Katoa's really benefited from being in the Penrith side.
100%.
I
Yeah.
honestly think Penrith didn't realise how good he actually is going to be.
Yeah.
Because he would have been a really good replacement for Lua.
Yeah, Dolphins working their, having their side around him, and he's only a young bloke. I think,
That's the NRL news this week.
Yep.
Anyway, guys, NRL news this week was brought to you once again by Hip Pocket Workwear, our great mates at Hip Pocket Workwear. And we have some merchandise starting to be sold through them. That's just one of the hats, guys. We got shirts, we got jackets, we've got lanyards, we've got, you name it, we've got it. And we've got some really thick, nice jackets coming, and they're good quality. You all remember the brand Jet Pilot?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, made by Jet.
A few of them.
Made by Jet Pilot. Our new jackets are through Hip Pocket Workwear. So yeah, there is beautiful, and big shout out to John and the crew. They're looking after us really well this year, and the merchandise will be available direct through them coming very, very soon. So
We didn't check
rather
them
than
out.
contacting us at the show, you just get it straight direct through them. So yeah, plenty of locations around the valley as well. So anyway, guys, we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for
Gazbag.
Gazbag.
Brought to you by Next Level Takeaway.
Yum. We'll have to get them in one night and
Yep.
have a couple of pizzas, and
Feed us.
maybe on our live show, one of our live shows we're going to do. Anyway, moving on.
That's for later. First one's from Brad R. R. I think he might be a pirate.
related to you.
Different type of pirate.
Yeah.
Harry Grant and Reece Walsh having an under par season so far.
Yeah, Reece Walsh, definitely.
He's not allowed to take his shirt off anymore at training. I think he's got it down here.
See, I think a bit of the opposite. I think the first couple of games, I think Reece Walsh actually played really good. I haven't really noticed him too much probably in the last 2 or 3 rounds, but the first couple of rounds I was actually impressed by him. Not his biggest fan at all.
Yeah, no, but we're talking about his footy. I'm impressed by him.
I can't stand him, but I think his first couple of games were alright, but I haven't really caught him the last lot, like I said. But Harry Grant, massive fan of Harry Grant in all counts, but
It's football here.
being honest,
It's football.
But I think he has been a little bit lacking.
I think Nail Polish Boy is not earning his cash, to be honest. Okay, I'm Madge Maguire. I'm pulling him aside and saying, look, you're either
Pick your game up.
pick your game up or I'm pulling you off and putting someone else on.
Pulling him off here.
He played well defensively the week before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I missed that one. We're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the 7 Seas with your head in the toilet.
But he's there. He hasn't done a great deal in attack like he normally
No,
does.
that's right. So, mate, when I say, I'm not saying get rid of him,
Yeah.
but sometimes a game or two in reserve grade is all what they need and their confidence goes back up.
Back up again.
So maybe it's time to go play for Winner Manly Sea Eagles for a game or two and then back in. And it might change his, his whole season around. So it's not a bad thing. Let's just, hey, mate, I'm
Yep.
rephrase my words, dragging you off, putting you back there, get your confidence again, and I'll bring you back.
I don't know if he's out of form. I don't think he's found his best form yet.
Yeah, but when you're earning that kind of money, you have to find your form.
Yeah.
That's
You strap the laces on, mate. You've got to be there.
I tell you what, a lot of these high-profile players wouldn't like me to be coach, would they? Well, I'm sorry, but
It's the
you
truth.
go to work tomorrow, Gary.
Left, right,
Yeah,
centre.
you're subpar, mate, and we get our foot, or his foot, where
That's
it shouldn't be.
See, I mean, when you're on that kind of money too.
That's it. And I ain't on that kind of money. No,
Anyway, moving on.
even when I was a hooker, I wasn't getting that kind of money.
Oh God, don't have to pay you.
Brendan Scott's written, well, I know the answer for this one before we even say it. Should coaches be allowed to vent their frustrations about the refs?
Why can't they?
100%.
Why can't they? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of that they're going to tell the truth?
Well, if they're not disrespectful,
Yeah.
they go nuts because they do it back.
So they can express their opinion better player, but not official. Well, if the officials are doing their job right, they won't have anything to explain.
They should be involved in press conferences.
I think there needs to be a new NRL boss, a new rugby league referees boss. The whole structure needs a whole revamp.
Agreed.
Me,
Yeah. Oh, when I take over, you can be the NRL rugby league boss.
Stand behind and growl.
There are some pretty crap calls though. Like I watch and attend a lot of junior rugby league games around the Hunter, and I went to one once. I can't remember what it was. It was a 7-point try or 8-point try kick for a penalty or something stupid, and I just went, that doesn't even make sense. How does that work? And it wasn't even anything worthy. I don't know, but there's been a lot of crappy calls even in junior league. So
They're not even getting paid. No, Corey's bit me leg or something. I'm bleeding.
His high heel didn't scratch it, did it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's your time of the month, is it?
No, it's his high heels.
he missed you too much. Started humping your leg.
I'm a mess without you. I miss you so damn much. I miss being with you. I miss being near you. I miss your laugh.
What's his name? Scraps? No, what's Chunk?
Chunky.
Scraps. On you or something.
I love you, mate, but I'm not that,
Smile if you are. Thank you. Moving on.
Number 3. 10 minutes in the sin bin too much. All weekend the talk was about how many sin bins, and we had a lot. The game has been much faster and more fatiguing with the 6 agains and reduced interchange, etc. We seem to be overreacting over accidents.
I got no drama with this sin bins. It's warranted.
Why didn't they do it in round 1 instead of round 5?
But it's not warranted. That's the problem. If it's warranted, I've got no dramas with it.
Yep.
Sometimes there are plays and things that happen that go on report where they should be binned, and then there is things
100%.
people are binned over shit that should be on report. Like,
Or shouldn't even be pulled up at all.
yeah, 100%. But there is a few things there, and I think, oh no, sin bin, no report, nothing.
But if the bunker can go back 7 or 8 tackles or 10, 15 minutes ago and pull someone up and put him on report and bin him, why the can't they rule on forward passes?
Yeah.
Or intervene where they go, you missed that knock on there.
Yep. 100%.
We have the technology, but we're not using it for the right reasons.
Correct.
There you go.
Nickel. Oh, sorry. Nick L.
Oh, my brother.
Nickel. How do Penrith start winning again?
Just back to back.
Slightly
Points,
gone
got
back
more
to-
points in the opposition.
Well, there's 3 players that come back this week, I think. Is that correct? Are they all back? Edwards, is Tuttle back?
Has Liam Henry been out too?
No. Well, Tuttle's not back. Sorensen's back, is he?
Yeah.
Well, 2 players back, so that's going to help for a start.
Kenny's not playing.
Oh, Mitch Kenny's not playing. Back to basics, I suppose.
When I looked at Kylie, she answered that with a gesture, hand gesture.
It's one more game.
Yes. I thought she would have used the index finger for that.
No, I did the other day, and don't matter.
That's why you start bleeding.
Oh. Moving on.
This one's crazy lady. Have you noticed this creeping into the game? That's all you got.
Let's talk about Parramatta.
No. When a scrum has to be packed, the defending team's red zone, the defending team will intentionally concede a penalty for a slow scrum form, so they can just drop back into their defensive line rather than letting the attacking team run the attacking scrum play on their line. 100%.
That was a mouthful.
Yes, that's what she said. Yeah.
No, she did not.
Well, Gary did say he was a hooker back in the day.
Scrums, mate. I believe the lock should not be able to break and pass the ball. I reckon they should be still pushing. The ball goes in the middle. You push for it. The loose head, go back to the old ways. They say, oh, they made it faster. It goes under the hooker's feet. He calls it back and then gets it put in the second row.
Sometimes it even does that. Sometimes it just touches the second row and doesn't even go into the scrum. Why have it?
I was watching a game the other day, and whoever was feeding the ball, it was a winger or something. What's the halfback supposed to be doing? And he's grabbed the prop's foot and moved it because he wasn't an actual prop,
But you have
so he can put the ball straight through.
Yeah, but you have, like you said, half the time the props aren't props.
Exactly.
Although St George the other week, David Clement was playing hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrong.
So if they're kicking out into touch and they're not having a scrum, why are we still having scrums?
Well, you can't get rid of the scrums, I don't believe.
I like the scrum.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you've got to have the scrum for everything. It used to be one of the most things, like
a scrum
strategic
also,
play where you could try and attack the ball and try and win the ball back.
But a scrum also is, okay, on Cleary, I put the scrum down, my forwards are getting tired, I put the ball out, my team gets a rest. It gets a little bit of a breather. So that's a thing as well.
It's been very watered down over the years, and I think that
they're scrum with the rules too much.
That's why the speed of the game is so high.
I think it's pretty pointless to have the scrum now. Like, why can't it go back to how it was, where again you fight for the ball? Like,
You can do it.
there,
Tap off.
and there gets a bit of frustration out between some players. You know, where
I reckon just bring back the biff.
Yeah.
But have a look at Union. They say, oh, it slows it down. And they feed the ball, and the team that's knackered or whatever gets pushed off the ball, and you get the ball back.
That's a technical game, though.
Yeah, anyway.
Too many penalties, too many infringements. And
No, I'm just saying the scrum part.
Yeah.
Get down. Look how they just bang.
let them punch.
If it goes in the second row, it's a penalty. If it goes in the second row, you're taking 10 in the bin. Simple.
Guess we'll change that next year.
Thank you.
No worries.
What, your assistant will change it, or you're going to...
Oh, well, then he can, pass it down and he'll
sign off on the air.
Yeah.
That's it for Gazbag.
That's it for Gazbag this week. And, pretty good.
It was.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. Hi guys, welcome back, and time for What Caught My Eye, brought to you by Maitland Bathroom Renovations. Big shout out to Marchie there.
Good luck.
I'm going to start off first because I've got a couple of What Caught My Eyes that are Bobby Dazzlers, I feel. So quickly I'll get into it. Dragons fan doing the Guff Arena in the crowd, rubbing it into Parramatta supporters. Didn't that backfire?
And the Parramatta bloke when I had a go at him, thought it was funny. On Friday the 28th of March, the Roosters and Titans game, they had
Nawaka
Tukawasi.
Yeah, and Big Tino.
With a big last name.
With a big long name.
Imagine trying to commentate with all these names.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they get paid for, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd say.
I'd have a go at that. I'd make a commentator.
You'd make a good one, Corey, because
You got a head for radio.
Well, that's okay.
Or a corporate box.
And Parramatta finally winning a game. But they're still on the bottom of the ladder.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, Parramatta.
Parramatta.
But I will say, while we're on our cruise, I came across a familiar face on the holidays. And for you guys, I need to get rid of this, but see if you recognise this. Oh, where's it gone?
What have you done?
See if you recognise that face.
Looks like Paul Kent and someone else. Gazza,
Pink suit you, Gaz.
what are you doing, Gaz?
So is that where you were last week?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where my bikini went.
Yeah.
Get out of my drawers.
I ate too many meat pies.
Actually, he does look like Paul Ken, doesn't he?
Just splattered up against the tree.
Your junk fit in it.
Did you still have a baby or something?
Oh, so
That Ugg boot's strategically placed, isn't it?
Yes, me junk was sort of a bit loose there, if you know what I mean.
We've actually seen that guy in Queensland a lot.
Wow.
The bikini man.
What's the dare I do that on one of our shows?
You would love that.
You've got a problem, seriously. That isn't a...
Hang on.
Whatever else.
Don't you pair have to go to Big W or something?
Yeah. Green Hills.
I'm scared now.
No.
No, I'll do it, but I'm scared that it has to be with him because I don't know what he's got up his sleeve.
Don't you have to go in, buy a dress?
No, just wear one. Walk through it. Just put the heels on.
Oh, for God's
I
sake.
reckon we get this going now because he's so keen to do it. And he's
really.
That's your live show.
This is before the live show to get everyone to watch the live show.
Anyway, that's what caught my eye. So, moving on. I'll start with you, Kylie.
We already started.
Okay.
Okay, I've got two. First one is Isaiah Yo's jersey for his 250th game. It was embroidered Isaiah Yo, 250 Penrith games versus Cowboys for 04-03-25. Okay, so why does it sound like 250 games against the Cowboys? And also, what's with the month being March when it should have been April?
That was like Jack Bird when he played his such a game against for the Dargans.
Oh, yeah.
Dargans.
Is it the same person that does it all?
They didn't know how to throw right.
Imagine the confidence on them, though, when they go to hand that jersey over and they're like, oh, here you go, buddy.
Wasn't that on Doctor Who?
Oh.
The Dargans.
The Daleks.
Oh, the Daleks.
I mean,
It's
a
close.
nose coming out now.
That is good what caught my eye, but because I caught one of them, but not the two where you said I only caught one of them. That was the month.
My second one is it's related to our holiday. How scary were those toilets on the ship?
Oh, don't.
When you flush the toilet, it sounds like you're actually going to end up in the ocean. Like, it's that vicious. It just sucks everything in its power down the bloody...
So if you got a dangly balls, like...
Not only that, the toilet bowl and the water is only small. So if you laid a telegraph pole, it would touch you back on the backside. So I don't know how Smitter went.
Okay.
You have to flush it mid-poo.
You get that video I sent
Were you getting excited, were you?
The cruise ships, what they do with their
Were you getting excited?
No, I will be honest, I did break 2 toilets on the ship. And...
clogged or broke?
Well,
both.
One was clogged. The other one was clogged and broken.
Damn, boy, what you eat?
A dude walked in after me, and I said, "No, mate, wouldn't go in there. We need a plumber." And he thought I was joking, and he kept going. But unfortunately, there was more water peeing out that than there was in the sink.
He come out green, did he?
No, well, I don't know what the issue was, but obviously...
I know what the issue was. Look at the size of you.
But
mind you probably had a gut fill too.
Yeah, but when I let my play lunch go and flush the toilet, something happened, and out the back of the toilet, it was like... I wouldn't even say it was more than a sprinkler. There was water gushing out everywhere. And I had to quickly pull up my dacks so they didn't get wet.
Wipe first?
Oh, yeah.
Or was that, maybe that was a bidet?
No. I wiped
I was
and then I was
thinking of that.
flushing.
That might have been a bidet.
You got to turn around the other way.
Yeah, you got to rinse
Oh, no. Well, anyway.
the hole off with it.
You're
So
in the
I
wrong line of
learned.
toilets.
So I learned, right?
To blame someone else.
Yeah, for that too, but
Damn it,
I walked outside. I don't know who's been in there, but anyway. So mid business, you flush, and then you do the rest of
When you
it.
flush, though, because it would have sucked your insides out.
Well,
True story.
yeah, it was. It was like
It was really
bad.
angry.
I should have videoed it.
Portia would press
What,
flush
you're
and then
dropping your
run.
play lunch?
But the thing is, at least the way I look at it, I kept someone employed. They're going to need more plumbers on the ship.
Next time I go to book a cruise, your picture's going to come up going, no.
Actually, when you hear that, that's the water that's going down the slippery slide into the pools.
No wonder it was warm.
Maybe you should go on a cruise, Gary. You might get some.
Been on two.
Actually,
Like you what?
What was that?
There was a few things. There was a few things on the boat that remind me of you.
Yeah.
Like
Are they
that.
good looking?
That bloke.
No,
That bloke was on it.
there was a
Spectra.
well, that too, but there was a parade. What is it?
LGBTQ.
Yep, I looked for Gary, couldn't find him.
IA. Wasn't there an IA at the end of it? Whatever
Something like
means.
that.
Yeah, didn't we find a resident of their show and the sister? Or like the wife looked like Dawn?
Oh, yeah. Someone was on there that looked like,
Yeah.
you see that? But, yeah. Anyway, we don't want to talk about me and my toilets.
Someone's giving you this mint.
No. We won't go there. Is that yours? Yeah. But no, we could have a full show with just saying some of the things that happened.
Talking about crap.
Literally.
Toilet humour.
Speaking of talking about crap, how the Eels good? I mean, sorry, time for you
We
again.
won a game.
You're still on the bottom.
Doesn't matter.
Parramatta.
Dragons player.
I don't mind being on the bottom.
Oh, I bet.
What caught my eye?
No, I'm waiting.
Yeah, haven't said.
Invitation hasn't hit yet.
Yeah, boom, got it. The Roosters in the South game. The Roosters passed the ball. The ball went forward. It was a bit hard to sort of tell. Dom Yum scores in the corner, and they call it back for a forward pass. They get a penalty, the South, and they get down the other end. Latrell Mitchell passes, and if it wasn't forward, I'm an astronaut, went 5 metres forward, they score, and that was okay.
I can see Gary on the moon now. But nah, yeah.
That's one small step for Marin.
Like what I don't get is the linesman sitting there watching it.
Yeah.
What was he watching?
Dunno.
And another thing, old mate's foot was on the line.
Yeah, touches haven't done nothing for the last God knows how long.
Yeah.
But you can't say anything against him. Oh, come on.
I don't go for either team, but you know,
So
if you watch it, if they pass the ball and it's going backwards, they didn't show too much.
Why couldn't
the
the
bunker was there? And if it was, Dom's.
Why can't
try
they
would have
rule
been
on
a
that?
try.
The Roosters lost the game because of that?
Yeah.
Why can't the bunker rule on that?
Exactly, 100%.
Anyway,
My second. On this day back in 2018, Knights coach Nathan Brown slammed Wayne Bennett by saying he had to rebuild the club as Wayne was thinking with his small head.
I remember
I didn't know he
that.
shrunk his
On this day, was it? I like that.
memories.
So what's today's date?
7th or 8th
8th of April.
Mm.
There you
8th of
go.
April.
So 2018.
Should have happened on the 1st.
April Fool.
Could have been April Fool.
That was it for me for Gazbag.
Oh, thanks.
For what caught my eye.
Yeah.
What caught my eye was my operation. See,
Dementia's sitting in.
I can see you now.
You poor thing.
For me, unfortunately, the Doggies beat the Knights. They beat them reasonably well, but the team song for the Doggies. So they started off winning 1 or 2 games. They had a boot on against a recycling bin or a bin. They did the team song. They broke that. Winning few games, they've broken that. So now that someone's donated them a drum. If you get a chance to watch it, they go with real passion.
Matt Burton leads the charge too. Yeah.
Even though he's not playing, he's still
Yeah,
there and he's
yeah.
Good on
playing
him.
it. It's great to watch.
I really think they're, love them or hate them here as well. I'm thinking, as a rugby league supporter, I really think they're building something there. And you know what it comes back down to? Gus Gould, I reckon. He done it to Penrith, and now he's took Penrith over to the Dogs. And I reckon within a few years, they'll be the same. Yeah,
That's what caught my eye.
Corey.
All right. Well, I got 2 pieces.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, on the footy related this time.
Okay.
No controversies. Jareen Buller slicing through the all would-be defenders and with a 50-metre run and passing, linking up with Sonny Taruva on his way to line. I thought that was fantastic play by Jareen Buller.
Probably one of Taruva's better games for the Tigers as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching that. And the second one is, and begrudges this, but Zach Lomax's emotional interview with Lara Pitt after the game. His heart's still with the Dragons, I feel. At the moment, he just hasn't moved on yet.
100%.
Interesting. Could be right there. Courtney.
I was in and out of games all this weekend because I had to work heaps. But I was watching in between serving people. So one thing that really caught my eye, kind of disgusted me at the same time, is the punch on and the carry on at the Roosters and the Bunnies game. in the crowd.
The brawl.
Yeah, there was also one with
Seriously.
Manly too, apparently.
There was. Oh, Broncos?
And the Manly game too, there was one.
Yeah, right.
There's been
I just think, what's with this putrid behaviour? There was at least 10 people throwing fists. There's kids sitting there. There's a lady filming, and there's a kid sitting right there, right in the...
Ban him for life.
in the alleyway, and they're punching on. The first thing I would do is grab me kid, rip him over to me, away from the situation, because there's fists.
Give him a life ban.
There's shit flying everywhere. I thought that. Yeah, 100%. I agree.
So they'll stop serving alcohol.
Yes, well, that's
There's too much of that crowd shit going on. Like
Why are we
what I've seen at Cogra for the last couple of times with the throw pieing incident. There's
Yeah,
something
that was ridiculous. Like,
you know,
seriously,
and then there was something else the week after.
throw the pie.
Every year.
What an
every
idiot.
week.
Could have thrown it at least warm so we could have had it.
Yeah, and nothing sauce on it.
We see people vaping at
Yeah.
tonight's game.
Yeah.
I'll go off my head of that shit.
Oh,
Like,
you do it at concerts too. I remember being in the mosh pit at 50 Cent, I think.
Well, there's
a year before, and there was people vaping in your
Yeah.
face, and someone was smoking a joint
Yeah.
and blowing it in my 15-year-old brother's face. I had the shits. I'm like, you're right.
but even like vaping, no, they're worse than smokes.
Yep.
But that's where you go to the games. There's a designated smoking area. If you're going to go down there, you should be vaping down there as well.
Yeah. I don't want
Yeah.
the kids breathing that crap.
That's
in.
right. Well, you're still on the fag zone.
Every now and then, yes. But when
But
I
you go to the right area.
You go to the right area, and there's people who vape also down there as well.
Vape,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I just want to say on this brawling crap, and every week there's something bad going on. And this happens at local games as well. I know there's always going to be some dickhead that's going to mouth off and say the wrong thing, but at the end of the day, I'm going to swear here, it's just a fucking game. So why are we carrying on
Alcohol.
doing this kind of bullshit?
Alcohol.
100%. 100%.
Like Kylie said.
Why is it necessary? It's just a game.
Well,
It's a game.
Go and support your team. If win, lose or draw,
Yeah,
That's
I've
it.
been to a game before and the bloke behind me mouthing off about the Knights, and we're at a Knights game. Who cares? Again, it's an opinion. They're like arseholes. Everyone's got one. They're not all the same. So
and trust me, the toilets on the boat know about mine.
it's just frustrating. I hate seeing that shit.
It's not going to change until they stop selling alcohol.
yep.
Until they
Wow.
start stepping the security in, because I was watching
Security, you
that.
don't have.
They got no
No,
rights.
no pull.
That's the alcohol. Get rid of the alcohol, a lot of that stops.
But but why should everyone else be punished because of these very few?
It's the only way you're going to stop them. It's the only way you're going to stop it, or give them harsher penalties.
Or give the security rights to drag them out by the shirt.
They
should
can,
be
they
allowed
can,
to.
but they've got to use
Minimal force.
minimal force.
And then you'll see people having.
Suing them and fighting with the
Yeah.
security.
Which is ridiculous.
And if they're going to ban alcohol, you'll see people drinking a shit ton before they actually come into a game.
Yep.
I just don't. If you can't go and watch a footy game without drinking, I think you've got a problem.
Yeah, that's
To
right.
be honest, realistically,
Yeah, that's
like if you go, I cannot go to the game unless I have a beer in my hand.
Yeah.
I think
Well, it's more family orientated, like it has been, hasn't it?
I got no dramas with drinking if you can handle it, but
Yeah.
that's probably. Like I worked in the industry for years, and we'll have a guest on in a couple of weeks who actually owns his security company. Maybe we should ask him that question.
Yeah. Keep that one. Write that one down, Corey.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry guys, is that everyone? Everyone?
Yep.
You can continue your question when we have that guest in. So you get an extra question that week. You can trust me. I'll tell you in the break. So is that everyone?
Everyone.
Yep.
So player of the round quickly, and then we'll player of the round is brought to you by Kogan Haulage Contractors. My player of the round, I'll start off quickly. Surprise. My player of the round was Kurt Mann, to be honest. 1 try, 5 tackle breaks, 21 tackles, 123 metres gain. He never lets his team down, and also his 200th NRL game. So, hats off to Kurt. I thought he played really well and well deserved. And I have to give a special mention here. I haven't given him one a rap all year, but I actually thought Leo Thompson played pretty well last week. He played the whole game. I don't think he went off, did he?
No, yeah.
Played 80 minutes. But, you know, for Prop to play the full game like that, and he didn't give up. Put a couple of big hits on too, so good on you, Leo. You right down there, old man?
Nope.
No. We can come back to you.
Yep.
Kylie.
Mine is Isaiah Katoa, 2 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 16 tackles at 192 metres gained.
True. Actually, he played well. I watched that. Are you ready?
Isaiah Longy. Yongy. Sorry.
Yeah, he played well too, actually.
One try assist, 2 line break assists, 22 runs, 6 tackle breaks, 200 metres gain. He's turning out to be one of the best players this year.
One they shouldn't have let go.
Yep. We're glad we got him.
Mark.
Favouring Gary, but Lomax. So you buy your clutch players or you buy your marquee players for those moments.
True.
The penalty goal from 40 metres out that he nearly put back into the car park.
Yeah,
They reckon it kept rising that when it went through the post.
You can certainly pot him.
And then the field goal to win it. So that's why you buy these players.
Against your old club too.
Yeah.
Agree.
I went for Grant Anderson for the Storm against Manly. He had 3 tries, 4 line breaks, 4
Yeah.
tackle breaks, and 190 metres gain.
True. He did play rather well, actually. I mean, there was a few that I looked at too. Even Thomas Cant for the Knights played really well as well.
He tackled the house down, didn't he?
That was probably his best game of his career, I think.
He was defending out in the centres for a little while too.
I haven't had a look at the Knights team list, but there's a good chance he could probably end up there this week.
Yes, he's on the list. Yeah.
Courtney?
I had Kurt Mann as well. I thought he played really good. He was just in everything. But another one that really got my eye was Jai Gray from the Rabbitohs. So he's top of the Dally M board, but he played a brilliant.
He's only 6 knee-high to a grasshopper, too, isn't he?
He's only a little jockey.
257 run metres and 5 tackle breaks, and as I said, he's up the top of the Dally M board at the moment.
And that's why he's kept his spot, and Latrell's playing in the centres.
I thought Latrell played apart from the forward pass.
He was
Latrell
walking.
played really good as well.
He was walking. How's that good?
Interesting to see how he play in a different position, and under Wayne Bennett, I think he's got a bit more to prove. But I think you got to start somewhere, and I think that was a pretty good start, except for the forward pass.
I'd like to see him run a bit more. Walking behind the play.
I'd like to see a lot of the halves take the line on a bit more.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our player of the round for this week. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for a bit of humour this time of night, and it's time for the Crazy Ladies Jokers of the Week. Brought to you by the Sign Shop.
Yes.
Our good friends there at the Sign Shop at Maitland. So I've redone the back of my ute.
Where's my face?
Gone?
Under the tyres.
Not happy.
Well, you give him a call, he might put your face on your car.
Don't worry, our faces are gone too.
Yeah, they're all gone. All the sponsors are on the back of it now.
It feels funny sitting next to Mark.
Why?
Because I'm usually sitting there looking at all the jokes and everything and reading off. I can't read off Mark's. He's got nothing there.
Some old ones.
Thanks, mate.
All right, let's get into it.
It's hard to beat the ones from last week.
Oh, they were gold.
Thanks for that.
They were good. I must admit, we were.
They loved
even though at my expense, but they were good.
I reckon, okay, when we get into the live shows, are we going to bring the chicken giblets back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be the
Practice it.
finale.
Is it BYOG? Can we bring our own giblets?
What we'll actually do is act it out.
You're doing the acting. I'll bring the curtain rod.
Smitter was looking under... I apologise. It was funny.
Stitched up word.
Smitter was looking under his mum's bed when he came across a suitcase. Curiosity got the better of him, so he opened it. Inside was a leather mask, leather cape, crotchless leather shorts and a leather whip. He just couldn't believe it. His mum, a superhero. Oh, sorry, Brenda.
Oh, shout out to the dear old mother. But,
She's going to whack me when she hears that. She's got a sense of humour, though, so...
she'll
That one will go into the late night show.
she'll love it.
Well, are you acting out of it? Or?
Yes, that too.
I'm just a bit worried that I mean, it's got to do with women's clothing. That Gary's first put his hand up.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
You're
Disturbing.
feeling uncomfortable.
No, but
He's getting jealous.
It just seems to be the. I think
Getting
you,
around. Moving on.
I think you do bat for the other team.
A middle-aged couple named Chris and Delwyn had 2 beautiful daughters, but always talked about having a son. They decided to try one last time for the son they always wanted. Delwyn got pregnant and delivered a healthy baby boy. A joyful Chris rushed to the nursery to see his new son. He was horrified at the ugliest child he had ever seen. He told his wife, "There's no way I can be the father of this baby. Look at the 2 beautiful daughters I fathered. Have you been fooling around behind my back?" Delwyn smiled sweetly and replied, "No, not this time." Sorry, Chris.
Goody bit of old.
Oh,
Goody bit
that's
goody.
You got another one?
Last one. Chad was doing yard work and his wife Courtney is about to take a shower. Chad realises that he can't find the rake. Chad yells up to Courtney, "Where's the rake?" She can't hear him, so she shouts back, "What?" Chad first points to his eye, then points to his knee, and finally makes a raking motion. Courtney is not sure again and says, "What?" Chad repeats his gestures. Courtney replies that she understands and decides to signal back. She first points to her eye, then she points to her left breast, then she points to her butt, and finally to her crutch. Well, there is no way in hell Chad can even come close on that one. Exasperated, he goes upstairs and asks her, "What in the hell was that?" She replies, "I, left tit, behind the bush."
Oh dear.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Wow.
that was a good one. I tell you what, one of my favourite ones, other than the giblets one,
Oh,
was.
here we go. Not the tractor one.
No, you don't want to hear
Is
it,
it-
Mark.
is it-
Mark,
is it-
say no. Say no.
is it the
Say no
Harley?
now.
Yeah, the Harley. Well, would you believe it? We're on the boat, back to the boat.
It's a ship.
The ship. The ship. The kids
ship
wouldn't
has
even
got a
go
lot
up
of
and tell
shit.
the bloke on the microphone me joke about the tractor.
Do you tell it as good as what you tell it?
Oh, I tried to get Cruz and Porsche to do it. And they go, piss off, Dad.
Good on you, Porsche.
No, but my
There was an ongoing joke on the ship.
Oh.
Because Dean's got a habit of telling anyone and everyone about the podcast. Anyone he'll talk to, he'll tell them, which is
It's marketing.
nice. It's,
I do the
it's
same, to be fair.
Very much.
canvassing.
Shout out
Anyway.
to all my new customers.
He started talking to waiters on the ship, and Cruz looks at me and he goes, Cruz is 14, he goes, "How come he hasn't mentioned the podcast yet?" Next minute he starts talking about
I heard him, so I went, you know what, you little shit. Instead of you collecting pineapples, there you go. But one of my favourite jokes was Corey and the, was it the postman?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
his last day, and Delwyn gave him a parting gift.
Yeah. They were good ones in the bathrobe. You still remember that? don't
I'm
you?
mortified by it.
Oh, anyway.
Chris has got cameras up now too.
We know you're not real well. You've been a bit under the weather. So, yeah, we appreciate you coming and giving you what you did tonight, and we'll let you go off to bed and get better soon.
Hot
So,
shower.
Yeah, good to have you back on, and thanks heaps, and you go rest up.
Thanks. I think.
All right, guys, it's time for a short break, and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for the week that was, unfortunately. Elliot's out again this week because we've been running a little bit behind schedule.
Was that?
Oh, you know how it is. But the week that was, guys, brought to you by Harry Schnitzel. Harry Schnitzels.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we have to get some of them too. Anyway, getting straight into it, guys. Thursday night, the Raiders 24 over the Sharkies 20. That was a pretty good game. I enjoyed that.
Good comeback win. They showed that you don't give up. They kept going right to the end and chanced their arm and got it.
Only thing I didn't like was the Hudson Young 10 in the bin. Thought it was a bit
Soft.
Would you say?
There has been a lot of that this weekend.
Yep.
Yes, we'll get into that a little bit more. But yeah, Raiders really good. I thought. Yeah, pretty impressive, eh? Yeah. Anyone else?
Well, I suppose they had to win. They were, you know, like they were lost a couple of games just recently, and Cronulla have probably haven't really been set the world on fire ever. I feel. So.
No, the Sharks. Oh, Nico Hines got to go at fullback, right?
Yeah.
But the Raiders, yeah, I was impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricky would have been loving it on the sideline at the end when they scored.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
was
you look stoked.
very happy. Can you get that out of your ear? That's bugging me.
You don't know where I got it from before, did you?
I don't want to know. Anyway, moving on. The Panthers 18. All I could see was this little white thing hanging out of his ear. Went down to the Cowboys 22. Very unlucky not to win this one, I thought. They bombed it. If I was Ivan Cleary, I would have gave Casey McLean a full day of running laps, I reckon. He bombed that.
Give him a serve.
I just want to say I called that whole game on that game thread. If anyone's seen that, I was pretty impressed with myself.
Stoked with it, were you?
I guessed the score and the try scorer, the first try scorer, and it was a very random pick. But
Jag.
Oh, really? I didn't.
You
I
didn't
was,
see that?
No,
I was floating in the group chat. I was like, Megan.
What, from the start?
Yeah, before when Jose put the
Oh, wow.
game thread up, I literally wrote Panthers 18, Cowboys 22, and I can't remember his name now because it was just a random pick.
That was a good try score.
It was, yeah. And I picked all of it, and I was just like, at the end of it, and then my partner's sitting there going, how'd you guess that? I'm like, I'm just psychic. Crystal ball.
I was, we're in New Zealand, couldn't even get to watch it.
I tried to get the second
We
game,
tried.
but I thoroughly did not get anywhere near what I thought what I wrote. But anyway.
Alamotti, how close was he to clinching the win? Only really flies Packer into that. But yeah, Panthers threw it away, I think.
I think, again, lack of Dylan Edwards, to be honest.
Yeah, and took all out there on that wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have passed.
It's a
Little bit of confidence too. They've lost a few, so therefore they drop their heads in those key moments when normally they'd ice it.
And they had the lead too. So,
But yeah, I'm a big fan of Liam Martin, but he never lets you down in game. No, he just keeps going. Yeah,
You'd like to have a set of forwards of him.
yeah. Well, he's another one where you say if you're picking your team, he'd be another one that I'd first one pick. Then he'll be at Origin for sure. But yeah, Panthers will come good. It's only a matter of when. It's not if, it's a matter of when.
it's not a bad
Ivan
thing.
Cleary's still good.
I know, it's not a bad thing that they've lost a couple of games, For the competition's sake.
I guess they're just not used to losing.
But, they haven't really gave up in those losses either.
No, I mean they got too many good players when they're all fit to not. But anyway,
Here's a stat for it. So far, they haven't won in Australia this year.
No, this is
their
true.
only team.
Yeah.
Even the Eels have.
It's bad when the Eels are beaten. Sorry, Jazz.
Yeah, but it's their only win for the year.
They might even make the
Hey,
top 16 this year.
We're going to get the bye too, so there's another 2
You're not going to
points.
score again.
I don't score at all.
What'd you say you'll buy?
Yes.
Oh, we knew that.
No, he's try anything at once. Anyway, moving on. The Rabbits 20, Roosters 14.
Very controversial.
Yeah, I feel sorry for all the Roosters fans having to lose a game like that.
Do you though?
No.
I'm neither team, but yeah, when it,
But in saying that, I watch the Roosters play now.
Losing games, losing teeth.
If Spencer's playing, I like to watch him. If he's not playing, couldn't care less. But I just love Spencer. I think he's a machine. But yeah, I'm not that impressed. I don't. They're all talking, South this, South that. I don't know. I don't think they've got the team to take the win the grand final. Put it that way.
No, not now. They've had a few more injuries and
Even, they're all floating the trails back.
No.
What did he really do? Threw a forward pass.
Don't ask Courtney, she'll go on for 15 minutes how good he was. All I seen him was walking around.
I'm not saying he's a bad player, but I just don't think he's offering enough yet.
For his first game back, I thought he put in
No, he
an
didn't.
effort. But again, I was in and out with work. But I don't know.
You only seen him run when you were in then.
That is just my opinion, and I'm allowed to have that.
come back with a new physique, but he hasn't got the match fitness yet.
No.
So he's not with the play.
I mean, like I said, give him time, but
No.
I mean, you can't. I just don't think you can praise someone yet when they're not.
Well, Wayne Bennett will tune him up or piss him off. It's either one of the two. So really, at the end of the day, it's just see. what
He will
happens.
come good, but
He's been off for how long though? Like, I'm not a fan of him by any means. But
Sounds like you.
no, but I'm not. But just from what I saw the other day, I didn't think. I don't know if we're watching the same game, but I didn't think he did too bad.
sorry, I can't help it.
I'd like to have $10
Okay.
for every time he took a walk and step because I'd be really rich. He didn't do much running. You only caught him when he came in when he was running. Anyway,
Fan at that end, non-fan at that end.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I'm not a big Souths fan. They're probably at the bottom of my list, just above the Eels. So
That's pretty harsh.
To be fair, Manly could be at the bottom of your list, being a Knights supporter.
Yes.
oh, they've got some good players. I don't mind.
Corey used to like him though. When Ian Roberts was playing. Sorry, course. It's been a couple of weeks.
I've been watching league as long as you guys. So I'm not all up on it.
Moving on. Eels 23, Dragons 22. Moving on.
That was a tough game to watch.
Oh, if we've done it again twice in 2 or 3 weeks, we've blown 12-point leads. You know?
You speak the Storm,
But
and
look,
the Eels get one on you.
Hey, look, I picked it last week. I said this was a danger game, and it turned out that way. So, but the script was written. It was just like like Gutherson comes home, scores a couple of tries, he plays well, and then Lomax ices the game with a field goal. So the script was written.
I seen last week's bit, but I didn't see the week before. How's Clemmer been going?
It's been going okay. He's only been bitten 20 minutes, and that's about it. So just.
But what I seen, he was back to the old Clemmer where
he was
charged.
he was running off the back fence.
That's right. And that's how it should have been. When he went to the Tigers, they changed his game.
He's in the starting lineup this week.
Right, they changed his game, and that's why he didn't go anywhere. Because they want him to be more of a ball-playing front rower.
Right.
That's not him.
no.
Yep.
Good on you, Clem.
He's a ball breaker player.
Good on you, Clem. Maybe he goes back to career best. Well, back to his form like that. I said that week. Still,
More dangerous.
I still remember when he got
Stand ovation.
for 10 in the bin. Like, that was cold. That didn't make the hairs on your neck stand up. I don't know what, being a night soon.
You're a rock if you didn't.
They could have been spoon bowl, Gaz. Parramatta and St
What
George.
a spoon goes.
No, but that could have been the spoon bowl for this year.
Could have been. No, St George won't end up down the bottom.
I reckon they will.
No, I don't reckon. Do you?
Yep.
St George?
We're going to climb up the ladder now.
I reckon we're bottom.
Tasted blood.
I reckon if we don't get it fix our game, we'll be bottom 4. But
Too many classy players in there.
yeah, but
surely.
their halves are killing us, mate. They're inexperienced. So,
Look, I don't know about that.
well, Elias has just come back from a broken leg.
Yeah, he's had plenty of
he's
experience.
copping a lot of flack. But
Oh, Flanagan's been, how many years now?
Yeah.
He's older than me, isn't he?
I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know about inexperience. I'm more about useless. More like
Well,
not,
I think-
not first grade standard.
I think they should be throwing Tyrell Sloan back to fullback and Gutherson at 5'8".
I mean, who's playing? What's Flanagan playing?
6.
There's your problem. Get rid of him.
Coach's son.
He's not a 5'8" arsehole. To be honest, I'm not bagging the bloke because he's got an NRL I am, but he's got an NRL contract. I don't, but he's not NRL standard. I'm sorry, and that's what got rid of Ben Hunt because Ben Hunt told the truth. He said, "I'd much prefer to play with Gavo." Well, so probably you guess, but then Flanagan, and he didn't like it because he said something about his son. Well,
Yep.
it's true.
You got to put that aside. It's a team.
What's he done other than bite Crichton's ear? Or was it his ear or he bit something?
His nose.
Gummy.
Yeah, his nose.
He's done nothing, really. I'm not saying... Well, I am, probably.
Next.
Look, I think he does get a little bit of favouritism because he's he does get a little bit of favouritism because he's the coach's son.
But he's not up to first grade standard.
He can defend, but in attack, he's not.
You can't just be a defending 5'8".
No.
This is our problem at Newcastle too.
Gotta be.
Really. We don't have any attacking halves.
And game playing.
Look, a half is not just there to kick a ball. You know, and I think, you know, this is our problem at Newcastle. We've got no one will gamble when he comes back, but our halves in Cogra, they're just so predictable. Like they're just.
Yeah, you got sharp running, and that's it.
But even him, I'm like, wait,
How did we get off Parramatta beating St George?
Look, you guys are on the cusp of breaking into the 16.
All right.
So you're going well.
Sorry, we'll give him his
Thanks,
limelight.
Give me my limelight.
Anyway, moving on. Titans 10, Dolphins 36.
Well, if Parramatta broke their duck, the Dolphins were going to do it the next game.
Daniel Saifedi starting to play some really good footy.
Oh, he has since his move there.
I like the centres of Herbie and Avarillo. Sarko played well.
Whole team played pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of speed too.
Yeah. Oh, Katara was great.
And so they got that at Parramatta now too. A lot of speed.
Yeah.
Change from the Coke.
Yeah. You got like Nicarima and
I don't rate Nicarima,
yeah.
to be honest. I think that's another waste of money there, personally. But the rest of the team, fire.
Jerry Marshall. I still like Jerry Marshall King.
I just think O'Sullivan's probably a better choice than Nicarima.
And he's not getting a gig, is
He's
he?
not getting a run.
No.
I just don't understand why. I know O'Sullivan, yeah, I mean, might be time for him to look elsewhere. He'd be a handy pickup somewhere. He's a good player.
The Knights can chase him with his old man being recruitment
I
manager.
honestly thought he would have been here by now, to be honest. But anyway. The My Little Pony Broncos 46 over the West Tigers 24. They were in it for a while, right up till just after half time.
Showed their class and just ran away.
Yeah, ran away. But your favourite, Reece Walsh, not firing. Corey?
My mum's favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they will bounce back to like the players that are having off. You know, they will come back. As I said, maybe you know a stint of a week or so in reserve grade will do a lot of them well to good. But the Broncos are still missing Jordan Ricky.
Well, he was suspended the week before, so I think he's got a 2-week suspension.
I think he's still got one more week, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
But I've got huge raps on Jordan Ricky.
How did I didn't watch a lot of this game, but how did Shabaski go? Because I thought he was out like the player of the round the week before.
Shibasaki.
Shibasaki, yeah.
Oh, killed it.
Yeah, because he was great against the Cowboys the week before.
Another one that we just don't want you.
Yeah, because he was keeping like Dean Mariner out of the side.
Still is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Gabbett Shibasaki. Yeah, got that one over you, haven't I?
Yeah. Nice work.
I would go with fuck. I know this is a big call, but at the moment, what are we at? Round six.
Yep.
He is the buy of the year for me. Just end it from round 1 to 6 for every club. He's performing the best of the. I reckon, and really, he was only there training trial.
That's right. We touched on this last week. He didn't know he was come from like Japanese rugby. He didn't know he was going to get an NRL contract. Gets training trial, gets in straight away, and look at what he's done. He's lost weight. He's trained the house down, and you know,
Tommy Jenkins, no one come to us, couldn't get a run. Gets training trial back at Penrith, where he come from, killed it that much. They had to give him a top 30 spot. Now he's playing unreal football again. I mean, so
looks better in a different system, doesn't he?
I've got to take my Knights glasses off when I'm on here.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with the what's wrong at Newcastle? So many players.
Where do we start?
Well, this is true. There's so many players come to Newcastle, couldn't play for their life, depend on them. They go to another club and they kill it. Even DSAF, going to another club, killing it. Kurt Mann was good at our club, but they let him go anyway. Going to the Bulldogs, and he's just like,
Up 5 levels.
yeah. Like, you've got to ask yourself, okay,
On in them sheds.
if you're the boss of the Knights, who's the boss these days?
Phil Gardner.
It's just, yeah, just moved
It's
up.
still Phil Gardner, isn't it?
No.
Oh, Peter Parr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Peter Parr. What's wrong? What's going on? I've got to get to the bottom of it because all these players have left over the last 12 months too. Look at your women's teams. Is there there's probably 2 originals from the team left?
Yeah.
Olivia Higgins and what's that?
Senna, Shanice Parker. Is she there?
Is she still there? I'm not sure, but Clydesdale. Are they the only 2 that left? The rest of them are gone.
Yeah. Well, one of the Clydesdales is Simon St George. That's. Oh no, that's sorry, that's Southwell.
Smoking crack.
Sorry, that's Southwell. Sorry, my apologies. My Southwell. Yeah.
But why is everyone going from both? You know, Leah Thompson didn't want to stay.
There's something bad.
But, well,
Something's not right.
you've got the training centre, so you've got state-of-the-art facilities now. You've got a great ground. You've got a home base and a member support that's one of the best in the league.
100%.
So
You get treated like God,
it's got to come back down to coaching and club culture.
and
Who's driving it at the top?
you also look at your ability to progress at that club.
Yeah.
Is it gonna, or are you gonna just stay mediocre?
Well, consistent game time too will come down to it. If you're employed for a role and you're not allowed to do it week in, week out, why would you be there?
Exactly.
They're letting good players go, and then they're buying underperforming players is a big thing as well. Like, who's making these calls? Honestly,
I missed it. I was.
one thing that would make me jump ship is if they let Fletcher Sharp go.
Well,
Because
surely God.
I've supported the Knights for a very long time, but they're just, the past year and a half's just been very hard to, like,
Going
start
down.
of this year and bit of the end towards last year. It's just making it very, very hard to support a team that's just not showing up. Like, the boys, like, the players are fine. Like, players are doing what they can, but like you said, there's got to be something going on because...
Unfortunately, like, because I've probably you too supported him since 1988. We've gone through that many spoons, etc. I mean, it happens, but even when we had the spoon years, the club didn't seem to be. I don't know how you put it, like that much turmoil. It was just we couldn't play.
And the crowd just turned up every week, regardless.
Yeah.
100%.
Rain, hail, or shine.
I mean, we still do now, but you're back in the 90s and the early 2000s. That Newcastle chant was deafening, and it used to go for so long. Now you get to 30 seconds and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something's not.
Culture's dying in there, I think, a little bit. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what's going on.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like, I think you're right. Something in the back end there's going a bit downhill.
I'll be Knights to the day I die, regardless. But
Look, I support him 100%, but you know, when
I can't pull the tattoo off the chest. So.
you're coughing
You get
up
it
all
lasered.
you're coughing up all these member fees. Like, to buy a membership every year isn't cheap. And
We've got 5 platinum memberships, and it's not cheap.
no, it's not cheap. Even just a standard membership, crazy. Like, it's
Not where our seats are. They're not cheap, are they? And you know, we love it, and it's not just that, but okay, if we didn't have them seats, we would never have met probably.
Yeah.
And it's, you know,
That would have been a good thing for you.
I can't say that on air.
Oh, sorry. How you going, mate?
your pay's just gone down. But the thing is, it's not just about the game; it's the friendships and you know that you make out of the game, which makes it so good. And
networking that you.
is that where I met you?
What's that?
At the footy? Is that where I met you?
No, I met you on a bus trip.
That's right. It was a bus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A footy trip.
That's right.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's where I met Chris.
Yeah.
How'd you meet me?
I can't say that on there. But you know what I mean? The friendships you make at the football.
Yep.
It's sicker than that.
And that was a COVID year too, because when it was the 4 weeks after was the Knights versus Souths, and it was extremely hot.
Was that what South's game was? It?
Yes.
Their final.
Yeah. Because Aiden Guerrero's last game it was.
But Sione's last game.
No, I think it was Aiden Guerrero's too.
Was it? Might have been bad.
It was COVID though. I remember it.
No, it wasn't. It might have been COVID year, but at that time,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
back to normal.
But, yeah.
And it was blistering heat
Blistering heat, yeah.
at the
At
Olympic.
Olympic Stadium, yeah.
Yeah, it was Sioni's last game
Yeah, right.
because no one knew it at the time, but it was his last game. And when he come over to,
Yeah.
and he was pretty much tearing. And I said to Kyle, "That's weird. He's going to be back next year." But no, that was it.
Done.
So I don't agree with that either. If you know that a player's going, they should have a chance to say guppo. I think it was robbed of a send-off.
Yep.
And they rubbed the fans. Anyway, yeah, he was like a puppy. You know where a puppy used to follow you home?
Piss on your leg.
That was like him on
It's-
the bus trip. Followed us home and they couldn't get rid of him after that.
Well, I mean, I was in the middle part of the aisle, so
Let me just leave it there.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Next.
Anyway, the Ben Chickens 24 went down to the Storm 48. Storm were just way too good.
well,
Man,
they had to, didn't they? You had to bounce back after St George beat them the week before, so
the only player that really turned up for Manly, I thought was what's his name?
Koala. Oh, Koala.
Kyler.
Yeah.
Cool.
But anyway, yeah, it was a terrible game. Terrible game.
First half was good. First 15 minutes of the second half, the Storm put on 30-something points. And
No wonder the Manly fans were fighting in the stands. It was more exciting than the game.
I read somewhere the other day that Daly Cherry Evans' decision to leave Manly didn't. Why that's the reason why they didn't turn up. Bit of a, Believe that?
Self-sabotage.
No. Yeah, but
Even Manly had.
because the week before they all turned in their droves. They didn't boo him and they won.
was that his decision to leave?
Oh, I think so. I think it was.
Or was it they're not offering him anything?
They didn't initially.
No.
And when he said he won't go to Manly, then they offered him on air. He just went, no. We've already made the call and
Yeah.
we're going elsewhere.
Good on him. I wonder where he'll end up. I reckon Parramatta.
No, we
Roosters.
discussed this. I reckon he might finish up with the Titans.
Titans. Oh, yeah, with Daz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a backflip.
Yeah. Or I reckon the Smokey might end up with Roosters for a couple of years.
I read it was either the Titans or the Roosters.
I can
Because
see him going Queensland, 100%.
Yeah.
oh, I think he will.
I
But
predicted one game. I'm predicting next.
Predictor.
I just think Roosters need a half. And they're going to throw money at someone.
Yep.
Because Chad Townsend will be gone after this year.
Yeah. And Sam Walker's still recovering from his ACL.
Anyway, you might see Mitch. Oh no, Mitch Moses has been locked up. I was going to say you might see Mitch Moses out the door.
But it's only a contract, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is true.
2 years.
Anyway, then on to the Bulldogs 20 over the Knights 0.
It's a tough one to read out, isn't it?
No,
I thought the Knights
I'm
played.
still pretty proud of him, to be honest. I know.
It was a good game. That first half was tight. Like there was, what was it, 2-0.
2-0.
There was a
the whole
kind.
way till
The Knights did well, like straight off, what,
defense was
five
great.
5 minutes into the game,
Yeah,
they're down to 2 men on the bench.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jack Hamilton does his shoulder and can't come back, but he's all good to go. Spoke to Jack today. He's all good to go.
I thought the turning point was that. I thought for me the Curran try. I thought that was controversial. I don't think he grounded that.
Nah.
But after 30
But on
minutes,
the-
we had 3 sets.
But that's right. But off the back of that, there was another try, and then another try that got disallowed, and then in the middle of that, Crosland got sin bin. You know, so
Seriously, I like Phoenix. He's a great guy, good player, but I'm sorry, he owes everyone a beer at the club.
That was a grub.
That was an absolute stupid. I like Kylie's comment. He had a leg twitch. It was a muscle spasm.
they tried hard.
But
That's the thing. They tried hard, but they were outclassed.
Yeah, they did, but like, come on, mate. There's a million cameras. You're not going to get away with that.
100%. Yeah.
And
We got no time for grub acts like that.
But you go back to when they played the Dolphins, right? Marju had a great game, and you said, Corey, that he was loose under the high ball, and he dropped half, and the other half he didn't even get near. He was jumping up, and it was going somewhere else.
something's not right with Greggy because seriously, he's a better player than this.
Yeah.
And all seriously, I love the bloke. He's the nicest bloke, like, to us when we're there. And I like what he does from... it was only a couple of weeks ago we were praising him how good he was out of the backfield. But the thing I don't like is when they're playing good, people want to kiss his ass. He's had a couple of bad days and you see the pitchforks out in him.
Yep.
Generally, that's generally with every player.
Yep.
But I don't. Like, my players, you know, I might have an opinion, but I don't bag them because at the end of the day, they're human. We don't know what's going on in his head. You know, he could have some issues he's dealing with. He'll come good. He's too good of a player not to.
Yeah.
But,
And if you put your hand up and say, you know what, guess what, I didn't play well enough, well, you know what I mean?
he'll be the first to say it too.
That's right.
Yeah. As you
This
said,
is the
Grant
thing.
played well. Tackled, made try-saving tackles, and
That's what I mean. He defended out in the centres. I thought he was great.
You can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he played really good. There's a thing though, like with players when they're having a bad time, you don't know what's going on in their personal life. They could be having family issues, health issues, or
100%.
their dog's
Mental
sick,
health.
You don't know. And,
Mental health.
Yeah, and you don't know. I don't know. You will understand when you've got something, you got a bit of head noise and whatnot. Your head's just not doing what you're doing.
End of the day, they're human.
Yeah,
We make mistakes, but after a couple of mistakes, his confidence is going down.
yeah.
But he won't stop trying the whole night.
Yep.
Anyway, bounce back, Greggy. You're too good of a player, mate, not to. Maybe. Yeah, I really like Marju, to be honest.
Marju magic.
Yeah, Marju Magic, and he's well, you know, when we see him at, you know, functions or whatever, and he's into Kylie all the time, you know, about Penrith, and you know, and it's just gold. Like, he's an absolute, champion guy. You know. Anyway, moving on. So that was the last game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And
Warriors
had the bye. So that's the week that was. Unfortunately, we missed out on Elliot this week, but we'll be back next week with Elliot, and we'll take a short break. But the week that was, I'm pretty sure already said the week that was brought to you by Harry Schnitzels. But
Snitty.
Deserve a second mention because they're so tasty.
yeah, they are good.
Snitties.
But, well, actually, hang on, while we're there quickly, let's do another one, then we'll go to a break. What's given me the Schmitz this week? Brought
What's
to you
given you
by
the Schmitz?
Chateau de Fairhall. And while we're on it, Chateau de Fairhall, Chris Fairhall will be in here in the studio as our guest next week with something special. It's for the Smitas Foundation that will be announced next week on the show. So
We're going to have two Chris's on. Chris and Chris.
be crispy.
Crispy Chris.
So anyway, what's given me the Schmitz this week is the inconsistency of the referee. And the referees that can blatantly see it, or the linesmen, and they just let it
Let
go.
it go. That's it.
That's what's given me the Schmitz. And I tell you what, I was schmitting at the TV. Well, it does. It drives me insane.
Like the
No wonder the coaches blow up and get very close to wanting to get a fine. You know what I mean? Like,
You can't blame them.
100%, mate.
No.
good, bad, or indifferent. As long as you're consistent, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're going to make the same call and it's going to be wrong,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fine, as long as you keep making it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Week
it
to
tends
week,
to be
game
on
to
the
game,
same-
ref to ref.
Yeah, it tends to be, you see one shitty call from a ref, it seems to be that same team
But was it-
continuously, and it's like, it looks very favoritised.
It's always the Knights.
Was it Billy Slater that came out this week and admitted, he said that the teams that played Friday and Saturday were targeted more than the Sunday teams? Oh,
The
why?
enforcement of the new rules.
But why?
So they go
Why?
hard first, and then
But no, if you're going to go hard, you've got to go hard.
hard all the way. Exactly.
Yeah, you
100%.
can't.
Go hard or go home.
You can't be biased on a couple.
No.
Anyway, that's what's given me the Schmitz this week, and it was probably
Probably every week.
you don't want to know it was giving me the Schmitz last week. But anyway,
No.
ovations of the
I'm
toilet.
sure the ovations are quite happy that you've doffed.
I'd say so. But anyway, we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's that time of night again. Time for Talking Schmidt, and brought to you by our good mates at Juice Bomb there. How good are they, guys?
Oh, ripper.
Brilliant.
Love them.
Ripper.
Anyway, caller number 1. Who we got there?
We got Mark here again.
Hey, Mark, how are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm good, brother.
That's a go.
Sorry?
What's your question for us, champion?
Firstly, shame, for Crazy Lady. 2022, Para played Penrith in the grand final. Right now, both of us are sitting on the bottom of the table.
So you're a Parramatta or Panther supporter?
Para, mate, always. Ask Uncle Gaz.
Thanks, mate.
Oh,
We got to win. We got to win.
did you stitch this
Mate,
score
have
up?
a
Yeah, did you brainwash him?
No, he just paid me $50, that's all.
Hang on.
Oh, I know.
You
So
do
is it-
anything for $50.
Is he... Are you
It's
his
money
father?
well spent, you know that.
Oh, yeah. I knew he was Parramatta. I knew there was a stitch up here.
He's a
Yeah.
brother from another mother.
Yeah, but, I mean,
That's it.
credit to you guys. You had your win for the season, so be done with it.
Yeah, we're happy. We're happy this week.
It ain't over yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, we get
Anything's
another 2
happening.
points pretty soon too.
Yeah, I know. And we won't talk about round 8, guys.
Probably
Okay.
won't even beat the bye either.
We will.
Oh, Crazy Lady's there.
No, that's Courtney.
Different crazy.
Oh, hi, Courtney.
Hello.
And Kylie's gone. She's been under the weather, unfortunately.
Oh, poor bugger. Hope she gets well soon.
Yeah, well, she'll be watching it, so she'll hear your comment. But what would you have a question, mate?
About I was looking at the junior leagues today,
Yep.
and we've seen Penrith how well it was going on the with the pathways and all that. But
Yep.
I didn't. And Harold Matthews and SG Ball did not see a Penrith team in the representatives for finals.
They probably come up in the ranks, and they're
On the downside.
But I know they've got a girls team now. I'm not sure. Maybe the what's it called? The what's the women's?
For the Panthers.
No, the women's rugby, the women's cup.
Tasha Gale.
Tasha Gale Cup. I think it might be in that. So there's signs of the Panthers getting an NRLW side soon, hopefully. Because I think every team should.
Should have it.
Oh, absolutely. Couldn't agree more, mate.
I think,
But,
was it, sorry, just buddy, a couple of years ago with all 4 grades, Penrith all made the grand final.
I mean, it's got to come to an end soon. One day, doesn't it? I mean,
absolutely.
love them or hate them, you've got to agree. Like, they've probably been the greatest team in the last, in history for that long a time.
They're probably some wheels. Oh.
Yeah, that's back when you used to get driven. You didn't get taken to the game on a bus. You get driven in a horse and cart.
That's
wasn't
it.
I know. But how good was that?
it? No, it was good.
The wind in your hair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clip, clop along the road.
Look, to be fair, I think the 5th ring would look a bit weird on the thumb, so I think they've had their go.
What's wrong with thumb rings?
Well said, Courtney. Well said.
I'll take that off now.
So, Smita,
Yeah, mate.
okay, it's all over the news, Newcastle want Dillon now.
Do we?
One page offered said, they're going to offer Cogger plus cash. Next one, they're offering Hastings plus cash. Why don't the Knights bite the bullet? If they really want him that hard, you've got a player who's leaving at the end of the year.
No,
Throw him at Para.
no.
No.
You're not having Leo Thompson.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, no. Good night.
Yeah.
You are not having Leo Thompson. It's hard enough that he's going at the end of the year. And I said this earlier, didn't I, Gaz?
Yep.
I reckon you've been on the bat phone and you've put him up to this. No, you're not having Leo Thompson as a negative ghostwriter. We'll just see the season out without Dylan Brown.
Yeah, mate. I just look at things, you've got to look at the future because I noticed a certain coach in the Super League has not re-signed.
Brad Arthur.
Well, I would not. I'm not one to back coaches,
his
but
boys up there. His boys up there.
Yeah,
both his boys are up there now.
Brad Arthur did say that he wants to coach in the NRL again, so
100%.
There's one problem. The Knights will have to pay out O'Brien because he doesn't have any clauses.
Isn't there a loss clause in there?
He is the lost clause.
Finish in the bottom half. Or
Yeah, it might be.
6 or something.
Okay, but I'll put it to you this way. Okay, I haven't seen the team list yet. I have to look at it a bit later. But when Gamble comes back, our halves will change a bit. But yeah, I'd give him Cogger and some cash. Personally, like Cogger's not performing for us. Cogger, well, not bagging Cogger because he was good at Penrith. He just doesn't fit into it.
Oh, I know crazy lads would say, buddy, rave about him.
So, I mean, back at Penrith, you probably...
We don't need halves, that's the thing. We don't need that. Because if we get rid of him now, I can see, buddy, Joe, a couple of straight into 5'8".
No, we'll just give him to us and we'll be done with him.
Conversation has to be done, mate. Conversation has to be done.
Oh, well... who else are we getting rid of? Yeah, Jackson Hastings, you know, it's fair.
No,
to be honest,
mate, we don't need it.
Yeah, but to be honest, Jackson Hastings at a different club might go well.
Yeah, well, which club, mate? He's had a few.
Well, this is true. Anyway, was that your questions, buddy?
No, I've got one last one for you, mate. There's a little rumour going around the internet at the moment, on the old social media, about, look, let's just call the bloke Corey. About something about losing eyebrows.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
Was that so?
You were paid to lose eyebrows.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that, he says. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well.
Wasn't gonna let the cat out the bag yet, but soon we'll be doing some live shows, not under the nighttime banner, but under a different show.
Yeah.
And I say, we put it to Corey that on our first show they come off.
Yeah, all right.
It was only one, wasn't it?
No, it was two.
No, it was one in a
cul-de-sac. But you said
no, it was the dye the hair pink.
Well, you want to turn Gary on?
More than he already does.
Oh, seriously, I would get rid of both eyebrows before the pink hair.
Yeah.
Because they'll both grow back at the same time.
All those in favour say aye.
Yeah, can
Aye.
I some, please?
We're talking about his eyebrows.
Never mind then.
Sorry, I got clauses at work says I'm not allowed to.
Oh, stop
get
it.
out of it.
Yeah, imagine that.
So you'd want to walk in with one eyebrow and the other one missing. I know which one I'd do. I'd get rid of the both of them because it'll be less obvious.
How weird's this going to be? He's got no eyebrows, dressed in drag, walking through Green Hills.
With no idea.
With no idea.
All right, so
With going to the shops to get a new idea.
is it the both on the first live show?
I'll think about it.
No.
No.
We've got the caller that's called up. We've got to answer him.
Yeah, please.
Yes or no? There's no grey area.
I don't say yes to anything.
Because the same bloke that paid you that money hit me up at work the other day. I forgot about it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
We keep forgetting about it. It just kept sliding
It's
away.
definitely one.
Follow through the both. Just get it going.
I reckon it's both, but it's either one and pink hair, which I think I'd prefer.
Well, I reckon you hold one arm, Mark.
Like Johnny Howard's.
Or what if we just dye the eyebrows pink?
No, the eyebrows got to go.
Okay.
All right, leave that with us, mate, and you're going in the draw for the caller of the week, thanks to...
Before I go too, can I give a shout out to the West Wyalong Mallee Bulls?
No.
Yep, certainly can.
They're playing their first trial down at Rankin Springs this Friday night.
Yep.
If anyone in the area, please come down and watch.
I tell you what, mate, you get your camera out and take us some photos of it and send them in to us for our fridge competition to win the NRL fridge. You never know, you might win.
You never know.
So,
That's the way.
yeah, tag all your compadres down there in it, and yeah, let's get the happy snaps going.
Too easy. All right, guys, you have a great night.
Thanks, Chairman.
See you, Mark.
See ya.
All right, enjoy those eyebrows.
Go Para.
Absolutely, guys. See you, mate.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, guys, time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
I got Kenny, mate.
Hey, Kenny, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, mate, good.
That's the go, Champion. What's your question for us, Champion?
Just the Anzac jersey, mate. And playing on Anzac Day. It's been a while since we played on Anzac Day, so yeah, just what's your thoughts on the jersey and back playing on Anzac Day?
Playing on Anzac Day, love it. I wish it was a couple of weeks ago. While I was in New Zealand, I would have went to the game, but I wish it was at home. It's my favourite round of the year. I love it.
Yeah.
Personally, I get why they did the colours of the jersey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's not my thing personally.
Yeah.
I get it, I understand it, and it's right, but I can't see myself wearing it personally.
Yeah.
It's not my thing, but each their own.
I like it better than the mining jersey, just quietly.
Yeah, I think
the high vis.
I think I'm just so hung up on our first ever Anzac jersey. Like, that was my favourite of all time jersey of the whole night's history.
Yeah.
And I love the fact it was red and blue. Yeah. And I mean, I get why they've gone the colours they have, the meaning behind it. I get it, but it's just not my thing.
It's a bit Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
Confusing.
No, it reminds me of the old the country rugby league Newcastle.
That's
the local. Yeah.
But it's got to do with the meaning of the what do you call them? The battalion or whatever.
35th Battalion. Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
They're all Newcastle born soldiers or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that. I get why they've done it. But another thing that does my head in too, and I don't like, is the collars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerseys look so strange.
Yeah, I mean, I got bought from me here as a present this year's Kiwi jersey, and it's got collars, but I mean, I love it, but yeah, I know collars and jerseys just not my thing.
Ken Dog.
Yeah, mate.
Do you like the jersey yourself, and would you buy one?
100%, mate. Yeah, I probably will be purchasing one, and I like with Dean. I like the Anzac round, and I'm stoked that we're playing again on Anzac Day. I think last time we played was 2014 or 2015. I think we played on Anzac Day or something. But
who's up against on Anzac Day?
The Warriors.
The Warriors.
Well, generally that's normally Melbourne that plays there.
Yeah, no, well, they've changed that now. So Melbourne plays South now, and then your typical Roosters, Dragons. But I think they're just trying to involve more games on Anzac Day. So
it's great.
That's why I think we've got the 3 games there.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough.
Only thing is,
We all do.
Okay, as long as we do the last post and all that for every game.
Yes.
I know they're going, oh no, only on Anzac Day. No. I'm sorry. I don't want this to sound racist because it's not meant to be. But so on Indigenous round, do we only do Welcome to the Country for one game, like one round, like one day?
Yep, exactly.
You know what
right.
I mean? Like,
yep.
Every round that's special like that, let's embrace it. Yep. And especially like without these, we've all got heroes on the football field. But these blokes are the real heroes.
They're the real heroes, mate.
The ones that went and fought for our freedom. Without them, we got nothing.
Yeah, that's it.
So, I mean, you all know, like you yourself, Kenny, being on here for the show all them years, how much Anzac round means to me. I love it. I wish we were going to it. Like, if you haven't been to an Anzac round game, you have to get to one, because I'm telling you, the hairs on your neck stand up.
Yeah. I love the Anzac round. I love it big time. It gives me goosebumps, mate. So
I mean, I'll probably buy the jersey, but I probably won't wear it. If you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
I'd like to see if the actual colours that Newcastle rep used to wear, whether it's linked.
I think it is.
So it's probably not. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it'd be good to find out. Yeah.
I'd say it probably is, because the old Newcastle rep probably got it from that battalion.
It's green and brown.
Yeah.
Because I remember I just said, like, so all the local clubs with the local league, when they all made the rep side, that jersey was green and brown.
And brown, green, white and brown. Yeah. I used to be jealous when they used to walk around in their rep
like jackets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like being a young 14, 13-year-old kid and watching your teammates rock up to training in their rep jersey, you know, their rep jackets, and you're like, oh, geez, I want one of them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, it's good.
Anyway, champion, you're in the draw for Caller of the Week to win $200 cash or a Sayers Inc. tattoo voucher, thanks to Sayers Inc. and the Nighttime Podcast champion. So it's good to hear from you, mate, and yeah, we'll get you on one night, eh?
Yeah, too easy, mate. Not a drama.
Too easy, bro. We'll catch up soon and go the Knights.
All right, too easy. Go Newcastle.
Catch you, Ken.
See you, buddy.
See you, mate.
See you, Ken Dog.
See you, mate.
All right, guys, time for caller number 3. Who we got?
We got Phil from Chifley out in Sydney. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. What's your question, champion?
Just wondering what you guys think of the fact that that Dylan Brown is coming up to there in Newcastle.
I'm not answering.
Well, I'm a Parramatta supporter. I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm sort of glad to see the back. I'll be glad to see the back of Brownie. I really will.
Who do you go for?
Well, I'm a Newell's man. I've been since I was about 6 years old.
Same here.
Yeah, no, I'm undecided, to be honest. 1.3 million is a lot of
lot of money.
Yeah, I don't think he's definitely not worth 13 mil over 10 years. No way in the world.
He might.
He was on good money in Para, but he's shown what he's like. He's only after the money, no doubt.
You can't blame him. If someone's going to throw that kind of money at you, you'd be stupid not to go. But maybe things will change when he comes up here, hopefully.
Yeah, he's not a halfback. There's no way in the world he's a halfback.
No, well, what I'm thinking they're going to do is they'll put him at 5'8", and they'll move Fletcher Sharp to halfback.
Yeah, well, that sounds exciting.
That's what I reckon they'll do, because even Brown's come out and said, I'm not a halfback.
Yeah.
So,
No, he's got plenty of opportunity to be halfback over the time that Mitchie's been injured last year and then also this year, and he's nothing.
anyone else?
He's nothing. So.
I'd like to see Fletcher Sharp learn to kick better there.
So what's that say for Tyson Gamble? 13? 14?
Make money in the
Well,
salary.
is that a Meliadov contract too?
No, we can't get rid of Tyson.
Is that a Meliadov contract as well?
Yeah, I don't think he's wanted.
Right.
I'd keep Tyson because Tyson's got a good kicking game. He's a good backup half, and a 13 or a 14 could be handy. It's my opinion, and I'm biased to Tyson. But anyway, hopefully that's answered your question, champion, and you're in the draw for the caller of the week.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
No worries. Thanks for calling.
No worries. And go Para.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can't
mate.
now, mate. Sorry.
Good on you, mate.
All right, guys, it's time for caller number 4. Who we got there?
Got Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, how are you, buddy?
You good? How about yourself, bro?
Yeah, not too bad. Hang on, I'll recognise that voice. That's our resident tour guide that we had over in Kiwiville the other day. Yeah.
Over in NZ.
That'd be me. No, it was great to see you both.
Yeah, no, it was good to meet you, mate. And, he took myself, the crazy lady, and the kids around for a bit of a tour around New Zealand, so it was good. Yeah.
Lovely.
I appreciate that, mate, once again. It was great.
No, my pleasure, guys. My pleasure.
So, what's your question for us, champion?
Yeah, I'd sort of like to know what you sort of think about, there's a lot of talk at the moment with, with Origin, with, making it either Australia or, either you play for Australia, and not play for the other nations. How do you guys feel about that?
Oh, I'm torn between that because that means Tuttle, Luai, all those kind of guys won't be able to play Origin. Your Spencer Linus and all that. So just leave it, I reckon. Anyone else?
If you're in for State of Origin, you're in for Australia.
Yeah, true. I just don't want to lose quality players if they align to their heritage. I don't want to lose them for Origin. That's my only issue because,
Well, teams like Samoa and Tonga are not tier 2 teams anymore. They're fully fledged, country that play rugby league really well now. So and look, what is it? The NRL is about 65% are all Polynesian now. So
yeah, well,
So
It's a hard one. I get what you mean. Like, I agree with you there. Your origin, your Australia, but there's just so many quality players we would lose.
Yep.
I mean, Spencer's only just come into the Origin arena. I want to see him go berserk a bit more. So, yeah, for me, personally, leave it how it is. But what are you guys?
Yeah, same.
Same?
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to lose Hamali Olakawatu because was he Tongan or?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, there
yes,
you
he
go.
was,
So I wouldn't want to lose him to Origin either. If he pledged his allegiance to Tonga.
No, I mean, a lot of them will because they're so passionate about their heritage.
And good luck to them, too.
Yeah, God, 100%. But
I'll tell you what, mate, while we got you on the phone, but I've witnessed the other day the proper Maori, they come to the boat and did all their walk ride and all that stuff. Man, that gave me goosebumps. And
Shivers up the spine. Yep.
It should be more of that in League 2, like, you know, when they do their multicultural round and whatever.
Yep.
And then they have Indigenous round. Why can't we have a Maori round or whatever where it's all focused on... I love it, mate. I love it. It was absolutely phenomenal. But, yeah. Anyone else on that?
I'm with you, mate.
Anyway, so yeah, hopefully that's answered your question, mate, and you're in the draw for, I'd say a Zinc tattoo voucher, but it's going to be a bit hard to get that over to New Zealand. So $200 cash, thanks to the podcast, mate, and Zinc. And once again, appreciate your hospitality over there in New Zealand.
No, all good, brother. Any time.
Thanks, Chairman, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Awesome. Right, have a good one, boys. Thank you.
See you, mate.
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you.
All right, guys, who's we going to give the caller of the week to?
Well, I was going to go with Mark, but after listening to Jamie, I like his.
Yeah, I like the Origin question.
Yep.
It's a topical one at the moment.
Yeah, and to be honest, like we didn't know the bloke from only through Facebook and, you know, watching the show, and he reached out to us and said, "You're coming over, he'll pick us up and take us to a few places and show us around." So, I mean, good on him, hats off to him, and didn't have to do it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Makes life easier, doesn't it?
You get our Sayers Inc. Entry through for the tattoo voucher. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. It's time for Team List Tuesday, and starting off on Thursday, the Dolphins and the Penrith Panthers up there at sunny Queensland. Well, yeah.
Flooding Queensland.
Beautiful one day, flooding the next. Yeah. Dylan Edwards returning for the Panthers will be a huge inclusion. Scotty Sorensen as well. But I still think, yeah, that probably, for me, the Tools are still a big out. But Blaze Talangi in at 5'8", it's going to be a big difference as well. I reckon you might see the Panthers bounce back here because, to be honest, this is probably the strongest team they've had for quite a few weeks. Paul Alamotti was not wanted by any NRL team 12 months ago. Oh, sorry. Yeah, started last year. Have a look at him.
He's playing well.
Scoring tries, kicking goals.
He's a gun. Like, I know there's a lot of good centres or wingers out there, but, mate, he wouldn't look out of place in any team, would he? Like, he's a machine. To be honest, like, the Dogs didn't want him. Said, "No, see you later." Are they regretting that? Well, I know they got some decent centres and that now, but...
Not at 5-0, they're not.
Yeah, well, true. I mean, he looked good in red and blue.
Put him in halfback.
This is not fair.
What? No, he wouldn't look good in...
I was about to say there's 3 Knights players up here, or Knights supporters up here.
You've even got a jersey there just in case you want to change.
No.
I didn't wear mine this week, if anybody noticed. Cause,
No, we're transferring over to our show merch.
we are, but I just couldn't bear the shame of wearing it this week. Sorry.
Always got to be proud.
I got to wear it on my chest whenever we win or lose.
That's it.
Maybe we should put a bet on you and Courtney. Whoever loses go-kart's got to get a tattoo.
She won't get a tattoo.
I won't get a tattoo.
Why not?
Because I'm clean skin.
So was Chris, and look what he got.
I reckon if you're not prepared to get a thing, you don't race.
Well, I'm not going to lose, so I'm not worried about that.
You drive a Ford. Come on.
I used to do motorsport, so you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I was going to say something to that, but
I have a race car in the shed for a
Have ya?
reason. Yeah, I do.
doesn't mean nothing.
Okay.
Robin's racing.
Okay.
Apparently, Gaz.
Put her into the
Put it
wall.
this way, I'm good around corners, so
Okay.
try me.
For me, Panthers bounce back.
Dolphins.
Panthers, they've got to win sometime.
You're just saying that because she's not next to you, aren't you? Yeah, well, the Dolphins played some good footy last week. But yeah, what did you say, sir?
They've got to win sometime. They've got to bounce back.
Yeah.
They've got a good side.
I picked me picks earlier, but I didn't know who was in and whatnot with Edwards and stuff like that, so I've got to stick with it now.
No, you don't. Well, it's,
You can change it.
hasn't put them in yet, so.
That's all good.
Fair enough.
Someone's got to be the old one
She
out.
was watching, you know. Yeah, Panthers for me. I know where my bread's buttered. Courtney?
Yeah, I reckon the Panthers will come back hard this week with Dylan Edwards back. And also, I have to say Corey's. Corey is back in the Panthers as well.
Yeah, actually, sorry, before we go any further, Corey and Chris had to leave, unfortunately, to a medical episode, so that's why Corey isn't there. But yeah, they'll be back shortly. Next week, sorry. But yeah, Corey
Prettiest seats ever looked.
Corey was what, sorry?
Panthers as well.
Panthers. No worries.
So Gary, you're the oddball out.
Again?
Still.
As usual.
Friday night, Titans, Dragons, 6 p.m. Ooh. Dragons weren't that bad last week. I thought they were pretty good.
Oh, they threw it away from 12 points off.
No, Para played good. Get it right.
Yeah, well, they were playing really well. Like, the Dragons were playing really good, and then all of a sudden the Eels just started to catch up. I was watching the team. I had a laugh. Like, I was watching the game, the score. I was very busy at work while that one was on, and I just kept checking the score, and I was laughing. I'm like, the Dragons are running on them, and then all of a sudden the laugh went away because the Eels were catching them, and I was like, no!
You tripped over your bottom drawer then.
So what happened with Raymond Vanua Mariner, whatever his name is? Dragons gone.
Injury?
No, I don't think it was it?
So, yeah.
Well, interesting. But good to see David Clemmer getting a start.
It was good to see Gutho getting the 2 tries last week. I'm like you, like even though he's in another team, I still watch it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Still an Eel.
See, I like, you know, obviously Knights are my team, but, you know, I like watching the Dogs now because of Kurt.
Yep.
Warriors with Barney and Fish.
Like all the football anyway.
Yeah, unless it's the Roosters. I still watch them because of Spencer. But, yeah, Manly. We'll go with Manly.
You're forced to watch it.
But like, you look at both teams on paper, there's some good players in both teams.
Yeah.
Like they're stacked with some good players on both sides. I mean, on the day, the Titans could upset anyone. Like Jaden Campbell.
Yep.
Brian Kelly.
I've got to say, after my operation, I can actually read that now. I can see it. It's not
that's
blurred.
fair. I'm going to take the Dragons because it's at home. Gary?
I'm going Titans.
Yeah, Dragons at home. In win, they always lift.
True.
Yeah, I'm going to back the Dragons here, as does Corey. Seems to be copying me.
Geez, I'm going to give it to you next week.
No, you won't, mate.
Please don't. You can keep it.
Well, Mark hasn't owned up in it yet.
He's not
He's
in
not
next
gonna be
week. Now I know why. Yeah, the Broncos and the Roosters is the other Friday night game. Pardon me. Hard to go past the Bronx.
Bronx.
They're on form.
Roosters paying $4.90.
Worth chucking $10 on, just in case.
Anything's possible.
Well, anything that pays high, really, you're not really missing out if you chuck $10 on. I mean,
if it was down here in Sydney, yeah, but Scum Corp, I think you just got.
It's a bit different.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, the crowd comes in with it.
Are you hanging?
Yeah, Broncos.
Broncos, Gaz?
Bronx.
Yeah, Broncos.
Yeah,
And
Broncos.
same with Corey.
All five of us say Broncos. And
You watch the Roosters will get up and win. We've all lost.
Well, I'll have whatever $10 on $4.90 gets you.
Yeah.
I must check too the crazy lady's tips. See what she tipped as well. I can't remember, but give me 2 seconds. I'll put hers in. She took obviously the Panthers, Dragons, Broncos. The next one on Saturday, the Sharks and the Eagles. Ooh.
10th place, 6.
Oh, this one's. I don't take the Eagles.
Mark?
Oh, look, Knights, Allegiance, Sharks.
Sharks.
You know better than this.
I'll try and take my goggles off. Guys?
Sharks.
Courtney.
Corey and I both got the Sharks down.
And so has the crazy lady. She's got the Sharks.
You're the odd one out. Oddball.
Again. Saturday, 5:30, the Rabbits versus the Cowboys. I thought the Cowboys were lucky to win last week. Rabbits at home for me.
And they're $2.10. Cowboys are $1.74. Yeah, Rabbits for me.
Yeah, bunnies.
Yeah, I've got the Rabbitohs, and Corey's got the Cowboys because he is
Of
one.
course he would.
He loves to ride the Cowboys.
He is a Cowboy.
The crazy lady took the Rabbits. Saturday, probably the most boring game of the round. Parramatta against the Raiders.
In Darwin, too.
That's what I mean. No. This one won't be.
Wait, there's Parramatta won in Darwin yet?
Have they won anyway?
Wasn't the question. Answer
sorry.
the question.
This could be.
Could go either way, really.
Yeah. Honestly, I reckon it could.
Depends how hot it is. Raiders in the heat.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking. Crazy lady took the Raiders. Yeah, Raiders were pretty good last week. I'll stick with the Raiders, but not convinced.
You don't have to look at me.
Yeah.
Raiders?
Mark?
Yeah, probably Raiders. I mean, both teams won in the last little bit. Both were, last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raiders still win.
Come on, Courtney.
I'm
good
going
on
to do
you.
something different here for once. I'm going to go against Gary, the Raiders, definitely. So is Corey.
Only thing I find a bit weird with the Raiders, Corey Horsburgh's playing lock. But he has trimmed down a lot, hasn't he? Next one, Storm versus the
Big
Warriors.
game, this.
That'd be worth putting $10 on at $5.30. Jesus.
If that was over in Auckland,
Yeah.
It'd be even
or
better.
whatever, yeah. But I think Storm down there are just going to be too strong.
It's a different field, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Storm for me.
But I mean, they're going to come good. The Warriors are going to come good at one stage, and they're just going to go bang, and they're just going to go bang, 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 bang. And look at their front row. Look at their forward pack. Fish, Barnett, Capewell,
Big pack.
Nakora, and she's
How'd
pretty
you like
good.
that coming at you all the time?
But I mean, they are sitting fourth, too. So they've only lost one game.
Yeah, true. So what's going on with also Nelson Asafa-Solomona?
He's out at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, but why?
Don't know, but he's been out. Well, he's played, one game?
Is
Or he
he-
hasn't even played at all?
Is he on the outer?
How can you leave someone that's like a tank on the outer?
So
Exactly.
I mean,
He's huge.
I mean, he looked good in red and blue to replace Leo Thompson.
I know, he's got a shocking attitude on him.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people, colleagues are saying, because all he wants to do is fight, or get aggressive. But that's what he's good at, and that's what Bellamy will tell him to get out and do.
It's like Willie Mason. You know, he ran through people, but he got out and he incited violence, and he lifted the team around him.
But that's what
he does.
Yeah, I mean, I would have him. I would have him in hard, but I love the blow, and he's great. Yeah, as you'd have anyone at the Eels at the moment. But
Except Dylan Brown.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Storm.
Storm.
Yeah, Storm.
Storm.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Storm. So's Corey. One thing is, the Storm's like my second pick team under the Knights. I just can't stand out of the whole league. Cannot stand Pappenhausen.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot. He's such a cock.
Is it the mullet or?
No, he went
it's his
downhill.
attitude.
Yeah, the other week when he got claiming he's hurt. And
That was the first round, dude.
Yeah.
But just in general, his attitude, you're a good player, but you're not that good. You're not that good to be carrying on like
If
that.
anyone goes down, and gets the penalty, and he gets straight back up and starts running, fine him $10,000 or
Oh,
something.
he's just
But the
a
thing is,
cock.
what's the young fella? Is it the
Which team?
Storm? The little fill-in fullback, Islander bloke.
No. Yeah,
No.
we had this with Cook.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. He's on the. No, he's not. He filled in when Paps was out.
Yeah.
I'd be signing him up and saying, "See you, Paps. It's time to go."
Yeah.
For the Knights.
Mate,
No, thanks.
he's
Halfback.
He's got no money to buy anything.
We're gonna have 4 million halfbacks.
We do.
She wants someone with a shed attitude.
We only
We'll just
got
buy
3.5 at the moment.
Jackson Hastings back.
What's this going to be? Swap Jackson for someone? Anyway, moving on to the last one. The Knights and the Tigers. Knights at home for the first time in a couple of weeks. Not a bad side, considering all the injuries we have got. But what I'm really excited about seeing is... I can't see the numbers on that, but I think it's...
Is Jerome Loy up against Crosland?
Crossland.
No, we're that as well. Bro's in, but Tyrone Thompson. We've
Oh, they got Tyrone in now.
Tyrone with Leo.
Bash Brothers.
Yes, that's my new sign. It's going to be the Newey Bash Brothers. I didn't get it in time, but
The Mighty Ducks.
actually, I wonder if I can. You just reminded me something. Yeah, like how good's that? Like,
I'll even say.
Add some size to the pack and some youth.
so wow, that's unreal. I really hope that we can develop Tyrone into something now and lock him up.
You need an enforcer.
We've got a good lineup here. Like, we've got
Considering-
Caleb, Gagai, we've got Best, Marju, Sharp, Crosland, Jones.
I thought I might have got a start.
There's only 3 halfbacks on this, so.
What have you been thinking about Jaden Brayley's performance since he's been signed to the Raiders?
I mean this with all respect, but the best thing he could do is go.
Yeah.
Not just for us, but for him as well.
It gets consistency.
Because I have noticed the ball dropped past few games. I'm just thinking, mate, just go.
But the thing is, too, like, Marju's dropped a lot, but he will change. He'll turn around. Thomas Cant deserves his spot. And, we've
He's played so hard the past few weeks, and he's a nice bloke. I actually met him a couple of weeks ago when you were away.
I know.
Him, Fletcher Sharp, and Brody Jones at the Caltex, and they were really lovely. So
Rhodes is a legend.
and they were serving customers. It was funny.
But he won't get a better bloke than Brody Jones, I'm telling you. He's actually, I spoke to him the other day, when he gets time, he's going to come in and jump in the lounge. So,
We could just see him again.
yeah. Knights, am I? Yes.
Upset Tigers.
Ooh. Possible. They've got a good team. Any team that's got Jerome Luai, Terrell May, Appy Coruscant. Oh, that's pretty good. Mark? Don't even have to ask you. Probably don't have to ask
As much as a Knights supporter I am, I'm going to back the Knights, but I have a lot of faith in the Tigers this round.
So you're sitting on the fence?
Well, look, to be honest, yeah, I'm gonna cheer on the Knights, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers take this one away.
What about Corey?
Oh, sorry, Corey.
Worry about Corey.
What about him?
Forgotten already.
Corey's back in the Knights as well.
And the
Crazy lady with Knights.
Wow.
Oh, Kylie.
What'd she do? She go to the Tigers.
Tigers.
You know why?
Go on you, Kylie.
Yeah.
She's getting
Bloody Luai, see? That's what it is. And Charuba. Oh, look out.
To stay top.
And Doggy's on the bye. So that is the team list of this week. So we'll take a short break and be back to wrap it all up. All right, guys, welcome back. It's time to wrap it all up, and good to be back, guys. Thanks for holding the fort, and you've done a great job while we were away. Big shout out to the crazy lady under the weather, but she'll bounce back. But thanks for coming again, guys.
Love it, mate. Love it.
Yeah, part of the furniture, mate. You can't go anywhere. And Mark, mate.
Yeah, great to be back again.
Yeah,
Good to see you, man.
Pleasure. So we'll won't have your company for a couple of weeks.
I'm away, but
away from
back, I can be back.
Yeah, sweet, mate. When you're back, the door's always open for you. You're part of the the crew now, so you're stuck with us and Courtney as a regular now. And
Damn.
You're stuck with me now. I'm like a bad smell.
so you go well with Corey. Big shout out to Chris too that had to leave mid-show.
Yeah.
Hope you're all right, buddy.
With a little bit of a medical episode, but mate, hope you're all right, and yeah, we're thinking of you, buddy. Shout out to Adam and Chad for all the behind the scenes work, and last but not least, all of our sponsors. We've got some really good stuff coming up, and a few winners from last week. The workplace of the week was is it ep6?
ep6.
ep6. Mike Bennett. You know Mike?
Yeah, no, good guy.
Good guy. The code word was Matt Coleman. And our photo comp will be back on next week. Unfortunately, the email system went down today.
Not good.
So I'm going to change the way to enter it so it's a lot easier in case the email goes down again. But yeah, we're going to have a few new comps coming. So yeah, stay tuned. We've got some really good stuff and some more frequently giveaways. So maybe once a month. Remember how we used to have the members draw?
Yep.
Yeah, we might bring that back again. We reckon just a members draw.
Yeah.
So the nighttime podcast members draw, we might bring that back where we just randomly select someone. Everyone that's on there gets for a little thing and pick up a random name and they win the prize. That was pretty good back then. We'll figure something out, but enjoy your footy. Good to be back, guys, and yeah, stay tuned because I knew we had something else to talk about, but we will be out and about on the streets very soon with a few things.
Keep an eye out.
You never know where we're going to show up.
So, and also another new show coming.
Keep an eye out for that one.
Can't say too much just yet, but it's another new show, and this will be after dark, should I say. This will be not PG rated.
It's going to get very lit.
Yeah, it'll be
occasional swear word.
Those Gary's. How loose is your goose? Make it a bit loose. So
No censored Fs.
yeah, there'll be lots of giveaways and stuff on there as well. So
keep your eye out for it.
Yeah. Anyway, until next time,
it's all about league.
I just said Chris in the car, and Gary goes, "Did you have a wank?"
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Sorry, I had the wrong person. Sorry.
Adam.
Had him.
Can we do tips for me because I feel really lonely and left out and sad.